Alrighty, everybody. Hello. How we all doing? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and close that window. That should stop that little weird lag I was getting there as well. And boom. How we all doing, everybody? Let's pull up the... So, yo, how's it going there, Silver? Welcome in, welcome in. Are we actually live over here on Blaze? Because I went to look at my own stream over there, and I couldn't see... Uh, the actual stream up, so I wasn't sure if we were actually live. So glad to see we got some chat coming over on Blaze as well. So yeah, also big news for everyone as well. We are okay, perfect. Thank you, Silver. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much for that. And cheers to you. So the big news is we got accepted into the Rumble Creator Program again. Now the reason why I ended up kind of like falling out of it the first time was because I was not as aware that I needed to do a 1 hour segment. I think it's only once a week or so, or maybe it's like every I can't remember exactly if it's every stream. I think it's just once a week. I'll have to do at least of like a 1 hour just Rumble Premium only stream. That we have exclusively for Rumble Premium. Now, the thing that that Voodoo would always get confused is that it's not that you need to just do a Rumble Premium stream. It's that in the middle of the live stream, even if you're multi-streaming, you gotta go, hey guys, if you want to see this portion of the stream, like on Rumble at least, you got to go over to Rumble Premium. Now, especially because the way I do it, it's still going to allow the Kick and, Blaze, Flashy, whatever else I'm used over on YouTube. You guys will still be able to see my stream there because the way I'm doing it. So this way, when I do the Rumble Premium, the section of that, it's only going to affect those people on Rumble Premium. I don't want to necessarily tell people that are on Kick, YouTube, that have no interest, sadly, in coming to Rumble. Like, I mean, granted, it's a great platform. I think everybody should have at least an account on pretty much every site there is out there, just in case there's something happens to the platform that you enjoy using, such like Twitch, YouTube, whatever, right? Anything can happen, right? Now, I don't think that anything's ever really going to happen to YouTube so much because YouTube is kind of ingrained into our culture now, versus Twitch. Twitch is, I feel like, a subset of it, but it's nowhere near as ingrained into it as YouTube is. Where you think about 10 years down the future, you think YouTube's still going to be around. Do you think Twitch is still going to be around 10 years down the future? I don't think so. And it's not just to do with the way it's going. It's the trends. Something eventually 10 years down the road is going to be the next big thing that takes over live streaming completely. Pretty much all of us, we're going to look like old dudes. All right. I mean, granted, we'll actually probably most of us be grayed by that point. But you know what I mean? Like, we're going to be the old dudes in the background that are just doing content creation. And the kids are going to be moving to the new thing that's going to be, out there. And it'll probably involve like VR and some shit or some AR reality, thing. That's where I see it going too. Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? So that's why, like, I mean, like, if I'm gonna be doing the Rumble Premium thing, my goal is to, especially across these sites, to let you guys know I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna stop the stream on this side and then have you guys go. No, that, like, again, that's like me pretty much telling people, oh, sorry, you can't watch the stream unless you pay me on Kick to come and watch it. I don't like that. I was never a fan of when Twitch did the subs only stream. That also felt like a little OnlyFans isk. Very quickly, and I know a lot of girls were trying to get around the TOS by doing certain things with that, being like, well, it's a subscriber only stream. And it's like, yeah, but there's still some guidelines you gotta follow. And I don't know. I just feel like it's really weird when you tell people like, "Hey guys, we gotta like forcibly make people on other sites go do that." Exactly. You know what I mean? I agree 100%, Silver. I agree. As soon as you see someone say follower or even sub only, it's like, look, I get sometimes like putting it on to squash some trolls for like maybe like 10 minutes, 10 seconds, whatever, and then you turn it off, whatever the case is. But nobody does that. Like, the people that do that are actually leaving it on and then be like, oh, I forgot it was on. Like, no, you didn't. You just didn't want us to fucking realize that you don't want us to not pay to watch your stream. Because there are some people with such a big ego that think that they are worth every single cent that you have. That they're like, oh, no, 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 you need to be paying me to watch me. It's like, bitch, please. Like, your ass is not made of gold for me to be watching like that. You know, it's just like, yes, is our goal to try to bring entertaining content, bring entertainment, make people's lives just a little bit easier. And by the way, Fox, I do appreciate all the emails you're dropping over there on Kick as well. Do appreciate you, brother. Hope you've had a good day as well, man. Uh, and again, like I just don't want people thinking that like I'm gonna like just because we're in the creator program on Rumble that I'm then gonna force everybody on all the platforms to be like, oh yeah, you gotta go to Rumble Premium now and you gotta pay money, not to me, to Rumble. Look, if you're on Rumble, you use Rumble, and you're not already using Rumble Premium, it's kind of like, it's a no-brainer. It's kind of like having Twitch Turbo back in the day, but way cheaper. And it actually works across every channel. It's like being subscribed without having subscribed. You just don't get any ads. And it's great. I love it. You know, that's one of the best things about it, you know? Uh, just pointing out, though, ad blocks work as well. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, Rumble, I didn't say that. What? Yeah, I hope your hours ago had to have teeth surgery, so yeah, no teeth and I'm in. Oh fuck, bro, that's rough. That's rough. Hopefully the healing will be good on that, man. I know that we've had another friend of ours that had to have his whole mouth taken out so he could get dentures. Yeah, he's right. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I'm just saying they work great. They work great. I've had no ads because when I lose my premium, sometimes like I don't have the means to pay for it right away. It's great not to have ad stuff. You know, it's great. I love it. But no, honestly, it is fun to have it because I don't get the ads as much and stuff like that, and you do tend to feel like you get like notifications for like way more like actual like things going on Rumble versus just upload. You know, you get notifications from when there's actual events going on and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, a big portion of that does actually help, actually pay us content creators on Rumble. It does actually help with that. And that is actually one of the nice things. Whereas on YouTube, I'd have to be like 1,000,000 plus fucking, or even 1,000 plus, sub channel to even start earning a couple cents to help start paying some bills while building content. Rumble does say, no, 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 we got you. We will let you start earning right away. You can earn it, but in order to get the payout, you got to be in the creator program, which is simple. Just apply as long as your channel is within the confines of the TOS, which mine, thankfully, on Rumble, because thankfully, freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say the words that I'm allowed to say. I'm allowed to also ingest cannabis, tobacco, and it's not like drug use. Like, holy shit, YouTube, that they gotta chill on that shit, dude. Like, even if I don't even use cannabis in a video, and I'm just using tobacco, which is pretty widely accepted across most countries, it's like, oh, that's drug use. I was smoking heroin? What? I didn't know. Like, you making me sound like I'm some like, kind of like a hardcore drug addict, you know what I mean? Like, on the street, I was like, bro, hold up. I was just smoking some tobacco. The new canvas I used once, and when I went back to watch the stream, there was no gaming audio. I was like, what the fuck? It's basically kind of like OBS, but I don't think it's finished. Yeah, so I've been using Meld. I've had issues with Meld when it comes to the MacBook. So I use my Mac to do everything. I love my Mac. I'm a Mac boy, all right? Like, yes, I've used PCs for a long point of my life, but once I switched to Mac, I really don't like switching back. And I really hate, not everything. Oh, my nose is draining. Fucking sinuses, dude. I hate the springtime. It's like just become summer already, alright? Tired of the hay fever shit. I literally have like a weird headache from my sinuses and shit. My nose has been draining. It's fucking a horrible fucking day on that shit. And like my issue with it is that it won't capture my audio, so I have something similar happening with that with my with Mel, dude. It's like I'll go to capture the desktop audio. And the way it wants to capture through the MacBook, you have to give it like some really like I don't know, it's a little weird the setting, like privacy settings you have to give it just allow it to screen capture the MacBook. Otherwise, and even if it's like a plugged-in screen, it doesn't let me just capture it, right? So if there's any audio that I need to capture, like music, like it was just doing a little bit ago, it will stutter my stream for whatever reason because it's such a load to capture the screen. Which, mind you, Mac has its own screen capture, which uses like no RAM whatsoever. and I've used it plenty of times to do videos, and I'm like, what am I missing here? And like, it's yeah, to get like audio into my stream, I hate trying to do it with Mac or the Meld, but I've been using it over OBS because honestly, when I go with OBS, I have a hard time multi-streaming anymore. It will only stream to like Rumble, YouTube, Kick. It will constantly drop it every 5 seconds. I'm sorry, but I am that person that I will mute your notifications if you don't fix that. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody else is out there, and I'm sure, Silver, I'm sure you may probably vote for this. I know Jaco and I have talked about this before, and I know I've been that person before, and I instantly, like, start, like, groveling on the stream, like, please, 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 I am so sorry, everybody. Like, I apologize. I didn't realize it was doing that. But you know, like, when you have the notification just constantly keep going and going and going and going, and it's like, bro, we fucking get you went live, but the shit's crashing. Could you fucking maybe turn the notifications off or something? Like, I don't know, like, do something. Because then as soon as you mute it, you forget to unmute it, and then you're like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that person was live because that was going on. You know what I mean? I've had people actually do that because they're like, dude, your thing was going on and off, on it. I'm like, yeah, no, I am so sorry that has happened. I am so sorry. I got that took it out, so I got to wait 2 weeks before I got a fake tooth placed on it. Oh shit! Okay, so you is it just gonna be a crown or is it gonna be a full replacement? Hey, what is, by the way, and so what is the, like, is it actually called Canvas, or what is it that you use, by the way, that's like OBS? Where's my letter? Start my, got some Smoker's Pride Vanilla Cavendish loaded in my Meerschaum Ali Creme Meerschaum pipe from smokingpipes.com. This bad boy has been coloring fairly nice. It's got this unique little, like, burn mark, it looks like, but it's actually part of the oil and the and like that's built up in there. So it's gonna be full replacement. It's called Breach. The fake tooth will be between my other two teeth. Okay, okay. I probably need something like that from this guy right here. When I was younger, I had one of the dumbest fucking things that ever happened to my tooth to break. Okay, I was hanging out with a friend, and we were drunk as fuck. We were drunk as skunks the night before. And I guess when I was like blackout drunk, I had his mom put my fucking Tic Tacs into the fridge. Why the fuck she would do that in the first place is beyond me. She was just as a retard as I was, apparently. Because she decided, okay, yeah, that's a smart fucking idea. And she was drunk. Puts my fucking Tic Tacs in the fridge. I'm 17 or so at the time. Excuse me. I wake up. You got that, you know how it is, we got the hangover mouth, you got all that beer in the mouth, the taste and stuff like that the night before, and you're like, oh, fuck, I gotta get that out of my mouth before I throw up. Run to the fridge. I go to grab, like a thing of, like, orange juice, something like that out of his fridge, and I see my Tic Tacs, like, oh, shit, my Tic Tacs. And I go and pop one in, crunch, my fucking tooth broke in the fucking Tic Tac. I literally pulled the Tic Tac, and part of my tooth is sticky in the Tic Tac. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, what is this shit? Yeah. Do you want us to help you roll a cigarette? It says Canva new on Rumble Studio, but I stopped using it, so I use the regular canvas that says Legacy. Oh, okay, okay. So I used when I went to the Rumble Studio, I stopped using a lot of that. Right, I only use Rumble Studio just to go live to Rumble. I use Mel because it actually has built-in multi-stream with no problem. And it's MELD. Jaco, I think, has been using it a lot as well. I know Fox has been using it a lot too. Yeah, dude, that shit hurt. It was like, what the hell? Biting into a Tic Tac like that? And I've been dreading it, but I know I need to get this taken out and replaced with a fake, kind of like what our boy Fox has got going on. But like he said, 2 weeks he's got to wait just for the replacement. It's like, bro. And like, by the way, Fox, how long before it closes before you have to worry about dry socket? Like, how long do you have to worry for dry socket to be, or is it through the entire 2 weeks process? Well, yeah, I know that too, but he's getting like because he had a dead tooth he said taken out, so he's got to wait 2 weeks before he can get a fake one replaced in. But like usually you get dry socket relatively, early on. You've been using a Meld a lot, you said there, Fox? Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, Meld's nice. I just wish it would capture my audio. That's my only issue. Only because I'm using Mac. If I was using PC, it probably wouldn't be so bad. But because I use Mac. Now, okay, if I'm capturing my PlayStation, no problem. Right? It goes to the capture card. not a big deal. But then if I want to play, like, let's say, music to the PlayStation 5 Pro and then have that go to you guys through the capture card, can't. Because it has to have HDCP just to listen to Apple Music. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, bro, seriously, Apple Music requires HDCP? Really? Come on. Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, what? I guess maybe because it's music, but fucking you can do it on YouTube. YouTube never fucking goes, halt, you're playing a music video, blah, blah, blah. Because I was going to be like, well, it's because of music videos. But I'm like, wait, no, fucking YouTube's no problem with it. So it's like, see, well, like, I have no problem with it being, like, I can hear the music, but I can't get to go through the stream. That's my problem. See, I can hear the music. I can have, like, the music separate from me, and I can separate the tracks fairly well, normally. Like, you with OBS, no problem with that. But, like, it literally just does not detect the desktop on a Mac. Like, it literally doesn't. Unless you go in to the security settings into the Mac, it won't let you capture the desktop. It is the dumbest fucking thing I've had. Now, I don't know if Mel's has got plans to fix that shit yet, but they really need to. My gums hole got clear and another yellow substance and are tied to another with a metal string to so it's healing at the moment. Ooh. So yeah, I mean, I haven't had anything like come out of my mouth, thankfully, anything like that. But I've had like I've had the nerve damage already die. Like I have no nerve pain in this tooth here, or the one that's chipped over here, or the one in the back here that once had a filling in and is now gone because I haven't had a filling since I was 16, and I am now 33, turning 34 this year. Which yeah, we will be 34. I'm gonna drop my meerschaum. Whoo! My heart stopped for a second. I'm gonna drop my meerschaum pipe. That's why I want you to take care of your teeth. Both of you. I don't want you to end up with teeth like mine by the time you're 50. I mean, shut up though. Yours is not because of that. Yours is because you went to a dentist, had braces, and he fucking overly sorry, an orthodontist because it's not the same thing as the actual dentist. But they put the braces on your teeth. That's what fucked you over, dude. Well, yeah, left them on too long and tightened them way too tight. You're still young. I'm ancient as fuck. I'll be 38. You shut up, Silver. You ain't ancient as fuck. 38's like that bad. That ain't that bad. Like, hey, at least you're still young. Like we could all be hitting into our 70s right now. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you're in your 50s. It's fine. It's once you hit 65, you're over the hill. I'll be a speed limit. Shit, at 65, I start getting discounts. Hell yeah. Dude, for real, once I hit 65, I'm gonna be like, yo, where's my fucking senior discount and shit? Like, I'll be doing that shit at 40. I don't even know what anybody's talking about. Like, I'm 40 years old. I'll be like, don't I get a fucking senior discount and shit? It don't work. I was pregnant. Didn't work. Pregnant at 41, and they were like, that's your fault, bitch. It's good tobacco there, chat. Again, it's the Smoker's Pride Vanilla Cavendish we have in this bad boy right here. This was the blue bag you see up on my calendar up there. I actually tossed away the bag a while ago. But it is a solid, I think, what is it? Let me actually look up there. I think it's 14 ounces in the bag. It's either 12 ounces or 14-ounce bag. Let me see here. It's a 12-ounce bag is what it is in there. And that's how many grams? 340 grams of tobacco in the bag. So I had roughly, I'd say, because this is, I think, an 8-ounce mason jar. And I packed it. It was tightly packed. So I'd say it's closer to 10 ounces that was packed into here. Get her, bud. Get her. Get her, nub nub. Get her. Because the funny thing too is that tobacco's really light. You know, you can get like an ounce, and it can be like a pretty heavy bag or big looking bag of tobacco, and you might be like, "Wow, that's way more than an ounce." And it's like, no, actually, it's an ounce. So,
better smoker, I swear to God.
how would you day though, Silver? Hopefully, you had a good day. Also, by the way, Silver, did you tell Jaco about Blaze? Like, who? How did Jaco find out about Blaze? I mean, I gotta say, I like the site so far. It reminds me a lot of like if you cross D Live with like old Live Space. You know what I mean? Like the earliest moment of Live Space crossed with D Live. That's really the vibe I get from Blaze. So you gotta check up tomorrow with the dentist, and they're going to see how your gums are doing. After that, when I get home, I'll be doing part 7 of Hogwarts. Nice, nice. Do you think I'll finish the game finally? I was actually surprised when I watched the end of your stream. I was like, oh, he didn't finish it. Damn. I was expecting to do a finish. I don't know how the game ends because I haven't beaten it yet. So that's why I've been kind of watching when I watch your video on YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, I was watching part 6 yesterday. Oh, whoops. There we go. But yeah, by the way, Fox, if you haven't checked out Blaze yet, check out Blaze. Be sure to drop our boy Jaco a follow. He needs some more. I do believe for the verified. You need 20 people followers for verified. So if we can get some more followers, even on my side, but also how about Jaco as well? I found out an X through a thank you post, a streamer name. Oh, Desirable Bottom. Okay, okay, posted. And Jaco, I believe, found out through, I think, a streamer named Jazz, I believe. Okay, okay. All right.
It was her choice. She likes that one soft ball. I think it might be over by the door or by your boots.
I was wondering who told him onto it.
No, it's soft.
But Pepper.
No.
Wait. How do we say that? Pepper on its. Wait, how do I say your name here? Let me hold on.
She played with that for hours.
Oh, it's wait. Is it pepperoni?
Some stuff cleaned up right here. Let's get ready for bed. It's 12:30.
Oh, it's a Spanish. Okay, that sounds like voodoo. I don't because I don't speak Spanish. I speak English and Italian, and again, that's like, and I don't even speak fully Italian. I'm horrible at that.
I love her hair.
Oh, does it like sign you out all the time or something there, Fox? I haven't had the issue yet on here. I made the account earlier and I just had it up and stuff like that. That's really weird. Now I was having that issue earlier with Kick, which is why I was actually glad that Jacob was streaming over here on Blaze, because I was trying to watch streams on Kick earlier today because there was a whole giveaway thing they were doing, right? The whole 10 million kicks. You had to watch for a few hours, like 5 hours for each entry. And so I was trying to do that, right? All of a sudden, this morning, all of a sudden, it was like everybody was saying like they had down detector going off like crazy. It was login issue, server issue, live stream issue. Like nobody could watch anything. It automatically logged you out, and if you accidentally like refreshed a page or went off a page, went back to like the home page, it literally logged you out of your account. And then when you went to log in, it just would infinite load, or it would give you an error when you would try to log in through Google. Oh, so it's just one S. So it'd be like CyberFox Nexus, or no S's at all.
mess with it. It'd be cool if they did like
And I'm not really all that worried about all of that as well with the whole thing there, Silver as well. And like I was saying too, man, with the whole Rumble Premium, back when I was explaining to you that before, when you were doing that on there, back in the day, you would just go live as a stream like that. That's not what they wanted us to do, apparently. Um, apparently you have to, and I'm not even joking, what they want you to do is to go live, and in the middle of that, you commit 1 hour of that stream to be towards Rumble Premium. It's not just going live for Rumble Premium. You need to have part of that stream, that segment where you literally cut it out on Rumble side to just be Rumble Premium, and then you come back, and then after that hour, and it's that kind of like a FOMO thing. That's what they want you to create, is a FOMO in the middle of your Rumble stream, so people go, fuck, all right, I gotta go buy Rumble Premium to go watch you. That is what they are actively trying to have you do. So that is why when I explained it to you before, it's like they're not wanting you just to go live to Rumble Premium, because effectively then nobody knows you're live. You see what I'm saying? Because if you go live just to Rumble Premium, you don't get the notification thing that goes out there unless they already have it, which defeats the purpose of you doing it in the first place. Was what they want. They want you to do it because then the people that don't sub to you or have Rumble Premium, they will then be like, I gotta go get Rumble Premium. That's what they want to create. But that is also why I'm like, I'm doing it in the way I'm doing it, so that, Flashy, Blaze, YouTube, Kick, wherever else I will be live at, they will still actively be able to see the stream without all that extra bullshit. Because to me, that's not fair to tell somebody on Kick, hey guys, you don't get to watch the rest of this part of the stream. This is only for Rumble Premium. It is an exclusivity thing, but there are ways around that. And that's ultimately one of the things I do have a little meh with that, right? With the whole Rumble thing with the creator program, but it's whatever. That's one of the things I have to do. It's one of the things I have to do. I don't really hate it. It's just that I do think that it's kind of unfair to purposely make your content FOMO for people, because it's like, well, they need to pay money. You're doing that to do. You're doing that for a company that at best we get ad rev, right? That's the thing. We get the ad rev from it. Sure, great. But hear me out. While that's great, and especially for smaller channels, when you have people be forced constantly across every platform to go to another site that they may not even have an account on yet, and then pay money to it just to watch your content, it's a good way to turn your community off of your content. Those that will be able to will be able to afford it. Great. But those that can't, I don't want them to feel ostracized. It's like sure, there is that exclusivity part of it. That yes, that part of it that's on Rumble is the exclusive part. Like it's just that Rumble Premium part, that there, cool. But I don't like that idea, though, that you have to then tell everybody, sorry, you need to now come over to my other platform for at least an hour for me to do this. Because there is a part of that is going to make people go, but you're already here. Why would I go over there just to watch it there when I'm watching it here? You see what I'm saying? That's going to make people really quickly not even want to go check out the platform. And I want them to be encouraged to go and check out Rumble. I love Rumble because I am allowed to say a lot of the shit that I say that on YouTube. I am very surprised I haven't been hit with the same, issues that our boy Nux does, right? And that's a big thing, and maybe Blaze will end up, doing something about it too as well if they deem that I'm not okay over here. That is why I keep Rumble at all times, because at the end of the day, that is my freedom of speech bastion. Other than Kick, really.
Not the ones that you can't zip.
Slowly faster than Barry. I mean, again, my big thing too. Good morning to you as well there. Welcome there, Kyo. Did I say that right? Is it Kyo Jiro? Is that how we say that? Good morning to you as well, there, fam. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, my big thing too is just that like especially with the way you know, like I was saying too, with the whole thing about I'm glad that Jacob showed me Blaze here was because again, with the fact that even if it isn't a whole thing of like oh where's Twitch going to be in 10 years type of thing, right? Let's just say you're going to go live that day on whatever platform you like to go live on, and like I was trying to do earlier this morning, just watch a stream on Kick, and it's down. Well, if you have more places to go watch streams, more places to go and make content, then you have more freedom to enjoy content when things like that are down. I don't tend to watch streams on YouTube as much as I like to watch them on Rumble. I was watching a few people over here on Blaze, and I will say I like the quality of the stream so far over here too. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where a lot of people that are still like Twitch or die, they need to realize there are more options for them. And finally, Clancy is finally being open to them. I gotta give it to. I'm not happy it took this long for them to do it, but I'm happy for my friends on Twitch that they're no longer suffocated by it. That they can actually be like, "Hey guys, now we can actually have chats. We can talk. We can do these things." It's not just trying to be like, oh yes, I'm not talking to other people. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? Like, it was so dumb how Twitch was trying to make people do that, and it's like, guys, you're actually telling people without even having exclusivity contracts that they have to exclusively stream on Twitch. Did nobody understand that? Like, they're not paying you. Why does it matter if you have the content all on Twitch or not? You know what I mean? They're not paying you.
You forgot your baby. She'd probably be with Tyler. She never had a kiss. No, she would not. She wouldn't let me touch it. I might be like, oh, she'd probably forget grandma. Yeah.
But and honestly, the other thing too is like let's talk about this, right? So if if you look at like let's say the way the actual the finances have been showing, the viewership reports we see from every quarter report we see from these guys every quarter, Twitch is losing more, Kick and everybody else is gaining more, while Kick loses it. Like how much more viewership do they gotta lose before the rest of the people finally jump ship on Twitch? There are going to be those that stay to the very end. We all know that. We all know that there are going to be those that stay to the very end. What do you guys think is the percentage of people that are going to leave the moment the viewership like literally is sub 40-30% of it going to Twitch then, and it's going now to everybody else? Oh, he's not gone. Dude, yeah, no, he's not gone. What are you talking about? He's on Twitch still. He didn't get permanently banned. He's still there. Yeah, and yeah, you know what the bad part he's got now? All the Democrats are dropping his ass. They were supposed to do Twitch streams with him, and they're like, oh, bro, that guy who said that, America deserved 9/11, oh, fuck that shit, I'm out. And I was like, oh, ho, ho, look at that. Hassan Piker's finally getting his fucking ass bitch slapped. Like, good. Fucking good. Nobody wants to touch the shit he's on. Nobody wants to go near him now. Everybody's fucking calling him shills. Like, if you thought, like, he hadn't been doing anything wrong, nah, dude. You just haven't been looking in the right place. Do you not watch Nux?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. 1 second. All right, give me 1 second here, chat. All right. For parts that are gonna be looking for a bigger animal than a keeper. Okay, okay. Like I said, I still haven't gotten through all that yet either, too. So I need to go through it more. I need to finish the damn game. But honestly, though, too, the other issue, man, is honestly like, okay, so like he he's getting called out by the all the left, right? That are like, bro, we don't want to deal with you anymore. But the other thing too is he went to Cuba. He went to Cuba, and as far as I know, it got added to the FBI list of what they're investigating him for because he decided to go to a hotel that is funded by the government, the communist government, or that works hand in hand with the government or something like that. It's on the banned list of where Americans can stay in Cuba. And he tried to act like they were forced to stay in this, quote unquote 5-star hotel, because it wasn't really the 5-star hotels he's used to. Like, talk about sounding like a privileged piece of shit. Like, yeah, it's a 5 stars based on Cuba standards. Like, shut up, dude. And like legitimately, he claimed that he had to go in there, that he had to stay there. And then it came out, oh no, he didn't. He didn't have to stay there. He chose to stay there. And because him and Kneecap and all those other fucking bleeding heart wokest pieces of shit went there, a bunch of people died on ventilators at hospitals because, power outages. But hey, it's okay because some Cubans got to dance their asses off. Oh, good. Fucking disgusting, man. And then they wonder why nobody takes the left seriously. Because you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, quite literally. You got Zora Mom Donnie fucking up New York like nobody's business. Like, man, shit. Like, if legitimately the left wanted to think that they had any hope of winning anything in 2028, good fucking luck, dude. Good fucking luck. That and also, he's also mad, and he's been crashing out because one, when he got banned the last time, right, for making his comment that he made, he then went off and claimed that he hates Twitch and blah 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 blah, and he's gonna go to YouTube, right? Still back on Twitch. He's still streaming on Twitch, everything like that. Well, after all that happens, after he comes back from Cuba, that's when all of a sudden there's this political report that says the whole, Socialist Democratic, party, they're now being like, yo, we can't touch him. Yeah, we might be socialist, but he's possibly a terrorist supporter. Supporter is what, yeah, yeah. So that you know what I mean, like, so that's the big thing right there. I mean, he claims he's part of Antifa, so obviously he's possibly actually part of the wrong side. And again, this is why though I actively stream on Rumble and stuff like that, because I know that certain things that I say piss off people on the left, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, we gotta like mass report you, they try to ban you, they try to cancel you, blah 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 blah." Well, suck my dick. I don't give a shit about you. It's like your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Well, it's not just that, right? So okay, like he didn't just do like what any politician did. He did like you could say maybe like any politician, but I say he did it better. Okay, this is the thing that he did better than anybody else. He played the game right. You had Hochul. We're going like the whole Hogel. However you say her fucking name. It's like pronounced I guess like what Hogel, but it's like fucking Houchul, whatever. However you fucking spell her name, whatever it is. She was like eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich. Send her to fucking Florida. What was that, honey? You want them to all come back from Florida now? You gotta offer them something. They ain't coming back. You know what I mean? Like, you told them, oh, we're gonna raise your taxes, we're gonna hike this shit up, blah, 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 blah. And all these persons, thought they were gonna get something from it. You know what I mean? So, I have no idea what that is about there, Tiffany. We don't have Spotify playing here. We don't do that here. So, some Spotify thing. But, like, the thing was that with the Mom Donnie, right? He played the system so well. When he saw her go, oh, we're gonna eat the rich, he said, all right, I'm gonna play your game. We're really gonna go for it. And then she was like, oh fuck, he's playing my game. He's gonna call it. And it's like, yeah, somebody finally fucking called the bluff. And then we started to realize that house of cards falls apart real fucking quickly. When you promise everything free, there's no incentive. How are you gonna pay the people to work those fucking free grocery stores? They're free, right? You only have X amount of money that you can use for so long before it dries up. Cuba, you know? Yeah, excuse me, the MTA, which already loses how many billions of dollars and then wastes how much more money trying to build things to stop people from getting in, bypassing the system that nobody pays anyways. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's paying in the subways. They've literally made it into an Olympic sport as a joke to literally who can bypass paying, the best. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, Bob Donnie was the biggest idiot that really tried to be like, I'm gonna give everybody free. And here's the other thing too, is he lied. Originally, he said, yes, I'm gonna give you guys free rent. When he realized he couldn't do that, he didn't go back and recorrect that original statement. He then just started changing it and just saying, I'm gonna freeze rent. But then you had dumbass people who still thought, oh no, free rent. Even if you have frozen rent, that just means eventually when it's on frozen, you gotta pay it all. Like, you don't just get to be like, oh yay, I don't have any rent. No, because the landlords are gonna have to make that up somehow. You look at some of the people you have, where up above, they're paying almost over $5,000 in rent, and the people below them have the stabilized rent. Well, the people above you were all going to stay there for so fucking long before they leave, and the landlords that had to kick everybody out because they can't pay the building. And then everybody's fucking homeless. Nobody's got a fucking place. New York is going to be destroyed. Like, legit. Nobody's going to move in there. Because you wouldn't be able to. See, this is the problem. Like, everybody's going to be like, yeah, all the rich people are going to leave New York. It's going to be taken over by all the poor people. Yeah. Poor people ain't got money, motherfucker. They can't even tax them. It's literally like in the fucking Chosen. When all the people are coming to fucking Jerusalem to see Jesus, and they tell fucking, what's his face? Gaius, or not Gaius, what's his name? The one be, the one guy that sees Jesus beforehand, he tells him he likes him in the Chosen. That's right. His mom hasn't just spurted out the name already because she should already know this. Whatever the bald guy's name was that was in there, but when he tells him just readjust the tax line, readjust the city line for the census so you can tax them, and it's like, tax them of what? They don't have anything. They didn't bring money to come on this pilgrimage to meet Jesus. They just came. They got their tents and clothes and stuff like that. Like, they're not. Thank you, Dominus. As I was saying. I was kept trying to paint it for you so you could tell me by now. I was like the guy who tells him that he likes him and things like that. Like, yeah. So when Dominus tells, you know, when he t- no, when he tells Jesus and stuff like that, that I like you and stuff like that. That's the guy though when he's talking to Atticus and Gaius about the redrawing the lines for the census. When he tells them, oh, just move the lines around because of the census, because all these people came from other cities that haven't paid taxes yet. It's like, tax them of what though? These people don't have money. And dude, it's not just gonna go up to 3 grand. It's gonna go up to 5,000. Like, cause you live in, correct me if I'm wrong, you live in New York City, correct? Because if you do, then no, it's gonna go up to 5 grand. Like, they're already projected the average is gonna be closer to $6,000 for almost every single apartment, right? So so yeah, bro, it's gonna go up to around $6,000 to like just about under 6 grand for like almost every single apartment. Now again, there's gonna be the stabilized rent. Somebody above you will be paying 6 grand. You below will be paying maybe 1,000. Maybe you're paying like 2,000, right? But you're not paying the 6,000. But the people above you, they will only pay that for so long before they go, bro, I can't do this anymore. And then eventually, when they go to leave and stuff like that, when those landlords are forced to make everybody homeless, they don't get to give you and your family time. They just tell you, hey, by the way, by next month we're selling the building, you got to go. That's all you're gonna get. You trust me. There's not gonna be this the 90 days and all the other shit that people are gonna tell you had all this time. That's now, right now. See, again, that's where you're wrong, dude. This is what I mean. You have such a leftist mindset. You're like, New York City's becoming for the elites. They're the ones leaving, you idiot. Bro, Voodoo, think about this. They're not staying. They're leaving. They're going to Florida. They're going to fucking, Texas and stuff. They're not going to New Jersey. They're not going to Pennsylvania or Massachusetts. The tax brackets do not help them. They're going to Florida. This has already been stated, dude.
Don't argue with him. He's stupid.
But no, every elite is leaving. Their corporations are closing because legitimately those are the people who are being taxed the most. Those people are the ones that have been asked to pay all that money. Those are the ones that are leaving, dude. Now you have it set that at literally what Mamdani wants to do now is tax everybody whose house is worth $750,000 in New York. That's everyone. Everyone in the middle class. All their homes are worth that much. He is not going after the elites. They left. He's got to go after the middle class now, bro. There is no fucking elites left, pretty much. Those that are there are still leaving, and they're not going to New Jersey where they would be fucked even worse on the fucking, their taxes. They're going to somewhere where Florida where if you own property, you get to keep it. Here's the other thing, right? He is putting it so that if, let's say, you have a family, your family bought and paid for that fucking house. Well, guess what? You don't get to give that away to your family anymore. You had to somehow come up with 2/3 like that to keep it. And if you don't, it gets taken to the government. So people who bought homes and thought, I will give this to my child when I die, you don't get to anymore. Not in New York. Like that's not an elite thing. That's not about anything other than literally fucking everyone. And legitimately too. Again, the biggest portion of people that have already left, bro, are in fact the fucking uh the elites, the highest paying people, or the people that pay the most money, right? The only people that you could consider that maybe are elites are going to be the landlords that are left, and that's because they can't leave. They're literally tied up in those apartments and those big buildings. They're in New York. They can't leave. New York is becoming for the homeless. It is going to be coming for the insane, and it is going to be become for the absolute hardcore communist. And then as the pinnacle of capitalism over there falls and dies, we make something else. Obviously, it probably will be either. I guarantee you, it's going to be somewhere like in like Florida or Texas. Will become the new big bastion of capitalism. I mean, they've already talked about how much they want to destroy New York City to make it more woke, more diverse. Don't worry. In a few months, you'll have your 5 calls of prayer a day be blaring. So that's coming to a New York City near you. Especially if you don't think that them doing what they're doing in Dearborn isn't a testing ground for what they can get away with in New York City. Same thing with Texas, right? How many mosques did they build in Texas before somebody was like, no, we're not doing this big city anymore? They were about to make a massive Muslim city inside Texas, and they were like, nope. So you literally have the the orcs in the Shire right now in New York. And the problem is that you guys all want there to be no rich people. Those rich people are what pay your fucking bills. There's a reason why you have a job. Rich people. So before you guys blindly just go, eat the rich, which sounds retarded as it is, because look at somebody like Bernie. Bernie, by the way, who's a multimillionaire, used to be against millionaires. But once he became one, it's now just the billionaires he's got to be against. Guys, it's just billionaires. Fucking kidding me, right? Like, you fucking kidding me, right? Oh, yeah. And by the way, yeah, thank you for that. There, Fox. Is there a way for me to do it? I know there's a way for me to do this like this, isn't there? No. Okay, let me go this way. There you are. All right, I added you and Jacob both as one too as well. And like again, dude, a big thing, man, is just that. Uh, yeah, I saw that there. I try to see if I could right click like on Kick where you can do that, which is nice. But yeah, no, it's just again, it's the fact that you look at what's going on with New York. It's sad because again, I always wanted to go visit there at some point. I always wanted to eventually go see like Central Square, or Central Park and go to Madison Square Garden. Go to you know go to what is it? Is it Ellis Island is where the Statue of Liberty's on and stuff like that. Like things like that. I would have loved to always go. Now I don't fucking want to go there until literally New York is free. Like I feel like New York is like Cuba. I won't go there until it's free. Until we have no more communism there. And you have fucking people who build out into a giant crowd in New York City chanting death to America. Deport all of those motherfuckers. Deport them all. They do not deserve to be in our fucking country anymore. I am so tired of people being like, oh, that's so radical. It's not fucking radical enough. Quite honestly, we need to start doing the Nuxenor approach. Build a giant fucking catapult and start sending them all into all the Mexicos. Any place that's not America is a Mexico. You got Snow Mexico above us. You got a lot of other ones around us. The actual good South American countries that are actually working with us and doing this whole coalition with us, those guys are great. I love those. Those are actual not Mexico countries. But if you choose to do nothing about your cartel problem, or the massive amount of issues that you have in your countries, mostly predominantly in the South American area, and across Europe, no, why the fuck would we want to help your dumbasses? Do like Germany scolding us? Oh, Germany scolded us. Like, oh, Germany. That's the last group of people I think that should be scolding fucking anyone. Just saying. But wasn't California was part of Mexico at some point? If I'm not mistaken, yes, I do believe. California was as well. If my history serves me correct, the big portion of Southern California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and all that used to all be part of Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. If my memory serves me right. It's been a long time since I remember about the thing. Okay, this is just getting stupid. I'm just gonna mute both of you idiots for 5 minutes because obviously you guys don't get it. One, we don't have Spotify. I'm not gonna just have you guys play your fucking music. I'm fucking over here. Fucking stupid. I hate when people just type in a random shit. I don't fucking want to listen to your shitty music. Like, I'm literally getting people posting it in the Rumble chat, Fox, some fucking thing for some music saying Andromeda and then Spotify. It's like, fuck off. I don't want your shitty music in my stream. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's right. My batteries are dead on this guy. So I need to load a new pipe bowl up. But I don't know what I want to load just yet. So I wanted to take a couple vape hits. Okay. A big part, though, like, about the way I view a lot of the shit in the world, um, one part I will definitely say has definitely helped come from Nux. Um, as he always says in his videos, like if his videos don't fucking radicalize you, you're just a fucking idiot or you're a coldest piece of shit. You know, a heartless piece of shit, more or less. Because yeah, legitimately, the shit that he has covered in his videos of recently has definitely been eye opening to a lot of shit. So no, I don't have respect for fucking these countries that have fucking literally taken trillions of our dollars and then go, you're bad. Suck a dick, bitch. Like we'll see where you call us bad next time when you need something, motherfucker. And we go, oh, I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, the sounds of somebody crying. Here's the world's smallest tune on the. Here's the world's smallest violin playing you the world's saddest fucking tune, bitch. Build a bridge, cry, and get the fuck over it. Like literally, cry me a fucking river, build a bridge, and get the fuck over it. I do not give two fucks. All these same countries that are telling us that we're so bad are the same countries that as soon as anything goes wrong, they're like, Daddy America, can you come bail me out? I need a couple $1 trillion. Yeah, let's send some more money across the fucking seas for underwater butt sex. Yeah, totally. That's what we need to do. You know, because U.S. aid was working real fucking well. Also, I don't know if anybody's seen the other thing about that. UN fucking aid given to what? Hezbollah terrorists. Can't even make that shit up. In a school where they found a bunch of missiles, mines, grenades, weapons, everything like that, with Hezbollah pictures of terrorists around the walls, they also find a giant, big ass UN nations fucking thing in there from their aid that they gave. And those are our allies? You do realize that the UN allows countries such as most of the Middle East and Africa to vote on things such as women's rights. You do realize this, right? The people who are predominantly Muslim, you know, the burqa people, yeah, those people get to vote for women's rights. And they want to be our allies? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, just because I will say that Mamdani played the system well, he won, he did it, he did the job. He did exactly what every politician wishes they could do. Have a bunch of fucking illegals vote for them. I mean, come on, it's obvious that's what the Democrats want. Hence why we have so many fucking millions of illegals in our fucking country. that we're all allowed to vote. This whole, oh, we don't want ICE at voting centers. I want ICE at voting centers. I don't want no Jorge voting if he ain't fucking legal. Definitely don't want no fucking Somalians fucking voting. Are you fucking kidding me? Their IQ is fucking sub 70. I do not want them near a voting poll. By the way, so there's been reports of articles on the sequel of Hogwarts Legacy 2 reboot. They may arrive in 2027, 2028. It's still stuck in development stage, and Quidditch could come with it since it was not. Yeah, no, they made you pay $100 for that Quidditch game, bro. $100. Like, bro, I love the Quidditch shit in Harry Potter and all. Like, that was my favorite part of those old PlayStation 1 games. No, I'm not paying no hundred fucking dollars just to play fucking, Quidditch. Nope, 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 no. No. Fuck that, dude. Like, again, I love that was literally my favorite part about it, because it's like hockey and soccer and like rugby, like all rolled into one. It's super violent, it's fucking crazy fast. Um there's a lot to be paying attention to. It's just a fun thing to play. Whenever you were playing on like the old PlayStation 1 games, I loved doing the Quidditch, games and stuff like that, against the other classes and shit. Like, that was always my favorite thing, other than like, in Chamber of Secrets when they added wizarding duels. I love those. And I was so glad that those were all added to Hogwarts Legacies, except for Quidditch. I mean, oh, you get to ride your broom around. Ooh. But the Quidditch rate, like, you get to see the fucking state, like, the whole, like, stadium there, and then you're just like, man, it'd be so cool if we got to play a Quidditch match here. Oh, sorry, $100, please. Suck my dick, please? How about that? Fucking, like, what the fuck? Like, and, like, legitimately, I just really do not want the trans fucking bartender. Please, can we get rid of the trans bartender in fucking Legacy? Why? Why did that person have to be there? First of all, the chick's name is Ryan. That should have been my first giveaway, but I thought I was going to meet a dude. Okay? I walk in, and a chick turns around, and is like, hi, how's it going? My name is Mordecai. You're like, what the fuck? Oh, jeez, fucking Pete's. The fuck is that thing? You know what I mean? Like, what the shit? It's like, that was, like, the most, like, I didn't know fucking Hogwarts Legacy was a horror game. And a horror, not horror game. Okay? Distinction. Big distinction there. And a big thing, with, like, I'd say with Legacy too, is that it did such a good job. Dude, I really, really fucking hate it when they do it in games. Like, there was another game that did it too recently. What fucking was it? There was another game I was playing, and I literally had to bite my fucking tongue because I wanted to fucking rant so hard, because literally in the middle of the game, all of a sudden there's just a trans person there. And it's not that, like, they're there, right? They literally made the Dragon Age game. That one. What was it called again? Not Inquisition. What is the new one that they had? Fuck, I can't remember the name of the Dragon Age game. That had the fucking the Quinari that says she's non-binary. Oh my fucking god! I wanted to scream so bad about that. Holy shit! Like, why? Why is that in the game? Okay, again, if you want to put a trans person in the game, do it right. Key point: Claire from Cyberpunk 2077. That bitch you don't even realize is trans until you actually forcibly stumble upon the conversation with her. And even still, she looks attractive. They didn't make her look all fugly and shit, nor did she have a manly voice. They were like, yeah, make her a chick. Like, I would accept that. I would accept that if you could just make it buyable. That shit in Hogwarts, you have magic, and you didn't do anything to change your voice, even though you make yourself look like a woman. You have fucking magic. You literally don't even have an excuse in that world. Does anybody get what I'm getting at, right? You don't have an excuse. Like in Magic, you can be trans. I don't give a fuck. It's a magical fucking world. It doesn't even make it's not even real. So you can do whatever you want, but you don't even do it right? Like what? That's half-assing it. That's literally like a dude that says, "I now identify as a woman," and you're like, "Bro, you got a fucking beard though. Like what? What the fuck? Like that's not no, no. That's such bullshit." It's like just do the fucking thing right. Again, was it Fable that they were gonna do another trans chick that everybody hated on, if I'm not mistaken? Like, wasn't it like the new like Fable 4 or whatever it is that they're making now? That like the main chick everybody lambasted because they were like, "What the fuck is that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a trans person." It's like, why do you make them so ugly? Like you purposely make the cliche even worse because the game developers are like, "Well, make them ugly and hideous as fucking possible." And it's like we're not supposed to say anything about that shit. Like the bitch fell out of the ugly tree and hit every fucking branch on the way down and then walked into a shovel. It's not my fault. That's just what how they designed her. Like, I'm just noticing it. Like, again, Claire, they made her look hot. Like shit. Again, I legitimately until they told me that Claire was a trans person, I was like, oh yeah, she's cool. What if you get to like romance her character? Then they're like, oh, she's trans. Like, okay, no, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I can still respect the character. I can still respect the character design because I didn't even realize it until the moment happened. And it wasn't just like, hey, I have to disclose this as my fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's the other thing. Every one of these characters, whenever they are, whatever they are, in any game, it's always let me make this a point to have this huge dialogue scene where I tell everybody that I'm non-binary, I'm trans, I'm whatever. Okay, why does it fucking matter? Like Apex Legends, why does it matter whether or not a character is gay, straight, or non-binary? In Apex fucking Legends, the game don't even really got story, and you want to have them have a sexuality? They're killing each other, you retard. What the fuck are we doing here? Like, do we not get this shit? Why do we put the whole sex sells, Morty? No shit, but sex sells what? What was that, a cleaning product? What was that? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you trying to sell me here? Because I don't understand what I'm being sold. You know what I mean? Like that. There's a point when there's a disconnect, and you can feel it drastically with a lot of games, with a lot of content, with a lot of media. Black Snape, really faithful adaptation, but we have Black Snape. Pretty sure in the books he is depicted as these like snarly fucking nosed, fucking pale as shit, white ass dude. And again, we had this whole conversation the other day. There are black kids throughout the entire school. Why was anybody saying that Hogwarts and fucking Harry Potter was so fucking xenophobic? There's like nobody remembered the kids that went to these classes that were hanging out with fucking Harry or Ginny or any of these people, right? Like Dean, who makes out with Ginny, is a black kid. The kid who voices for most of the Quidditch matches is a black kid. Where is this whole like it's all white people? No, it's not. It's so weird. It's so weird and dumb. I don't understand the stupid shit that they do with this. Like, and then I saw, by the way, an interview with the guys who did the costumes for the movie, and they were talking about the guy who's playing Hagrid. They're like, "Dude, we saw that costume." They're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, why even use the same costume if you're not gonna make something new?" I appreciate you, bud. You have a good night. Go definitely go get some rest. If you work tomorrow, have a good day at work, bud. It's just like and I agree with them. Like why even bother? Like you and I were talking about this the other day, Fox. Like they're reusing parts of the movie, but they're not reusing this parts of the set. They'll reuse these costumes, but they won't reuse these things. They're gonna rebuild this. This costs this much millions of dollars. It's like why are we wasting this much money to make a show nobody even wanted? Nobody said, "Hey guys, we really need a new version of Harry Potter reboot." It was way too white. Nobody said that shit. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like blonde haired Petunia. Like Aunt Petunia. I like the lady who played her in the original movies. I think she did a really great job. Vernon, I think that they could have got a guy who was not as dorky as he is. I love him in Sleepy Hollow. I don't know how I feel as him as Uncle Vernon. He has his high moments. He's got really low moments. As Uncle Vernon. But he's okay. He's okay. Aunt Petunia, I like her because she comes off as very bitchy, very cunty. You're like, okay, this is definitely something you do not want to raise you. You know what I mean? Like that was the fear you would get. You would get that vibe of what Harry was going through with that girl. With this one, it just I don't know. It just comes off of like oh, I'm the pretty sister. Da, da, da. Like she literally like they always made her way too pretty. In the book, she's ugly. She is fucking ugly in the book. Vernon is just as ugly and shit. Dudley's a literally a fucking Humpty Dumpty fucking sit in. So I really don't get why they're like, oh, we got to make them all this certain way in the show and everything like that. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. At least I don't know. I feel like it could be handled so much better. It really could be. It's like when they did the Lemony Snicket show, the series of unfortunate events, right? When Neil Patrick Harris first took the role of Count Olaf, I originally did not like it at first, right? Just hearing about the role. But when I watched the movie, I was like, or the show, I was like, all right, he didn't do a bad job. I like it. Is it as good as Jim Carrey's? No. No. Jim Carrey was the best version of Count Olaf, only for one reason. He embodied the book. Like the way you read the pages of Count Olaf in the original series of Unfortunate Events, Jim Carrey did a great job of playing that Count Olaf. Whereas the Neil Patrick Harris Olaf, he almost always just comes off of annoyed about doing the scene. Like, or just being in the show. That's how I felt like he just was like, yeah, I know I'm famous from How I Met Your Mother. I really don't want to do a kid show. And it's like, but you signed up for it. You obviously went there, did the cast thing and got picked. You know? Yeah, exactly. With the being in the Oxford College and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the library scenes and stuff. And they're like, oh, we're still using like parts of Oxford, but we're just not going to use that part of it though. Or we're rebuilding an Oxford thing. It's like, why? Like, why not just use the school shootings and stuff like that? Like, and I mean by that, I mean the actual the films that they shot at the schools, not like actual school shootings. I know how that might have just sounded right now. Fuck, I had to like clarify that I was not talking about the wrong thing there. Whew. Holy shit, that could have gone bad there. No, for real though, like there were so many filmings that they or areas that they filmed at that could be perfect to still use for the movie. Unless they want to say it's because there's too many Muslims in the area and they don't want a bunch of brown people in the background. Is that why? Is that really what it is? Like, cause let's be real, you go to London now, it looks like you went to Pakistan. You see like just burqas and fucking turbans everywhere. It's like when the fuck did I go to the Middle East? I was like, I didn't know I went to fucking, Afghanistan. I thought I was in, London. Shit. Like, I didn't know it was the United Kingdom of fucking Pakistan. And you got Canada, who literally just banned Bible verses, like a Christian nation bans Bible verses. And nobody's getting the picture yet. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what is the world we're living in? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what? You know what's even crazier too, right? And Nux was covering this too, and I've made mention about this the last few times that it's been going on in Africa, but now it's gone from Africa to Syria. But we have constant Christians being genocided, and nobody wants to talk about it because it's Muslims killing Christians. Can't talk about it. No Jew, no news, right? Because you can't blame it on the Jews for that. God forbid, you might look racist if you point out the fact that fucking Muslims just keep killing fucking people. Maybe there wouldn't be so much Islamophobia and fucking they'd stop killing so many fucking people. Holy shit, what a concept. Dude, the only reason why those even failed, right? The only reason those even failed, which the first two didn't fail. Let's be honest, those first two, love them. The third one, I still love it, but I'm mad that they replaced Johnny Depp. Think about it. That's the only reason why the third one failed. That's what killed the Fantastic Beast thing was because of Johnny Depp. So to tell us that that's why they did, that's fucking a lie. That's a complete bullshit lie. They removed Johnny Depp from the third movie, effectively killing it in its fucking place. By literally being like, oh, we're gonna change it out with Mads Mikkelsen. Oh, but because he's a shapeshifter, we can totally do that. Okay, whatever. Like, whatever. Fuck it. You know, the movie was still decent. I still liked it, right? I like Mods. Mods is a great actor. I love him in Death Stranding. Great character. You know, I I don't know why they want to lie about that. Because if you want to be honest about it, it's like at least be honest and say you guys shot yourself in the foot with the Fantastic Beasts spin-offs when you did not cast Johnny Depp as Grindelwald in the third movie. Because we all wanted to see that, because there was supposed to be a fourth one. We were supposed to get a fourth movie. We never got it. We never got the fourth. And they wanted to blame it on poor performance. Well, why was it a poor performing movie? Well, maybe it's because you fired your main actor, who then had to go and sue his ex-wife for defamation. And won, mind you, and won. Because I watched that entire fucking lawsuit. Like every day that shit was filmed, I was there watching it. Like the weekends was like the most brutal part of that fucking trial, by the way. Because during the weekend, there was like you were just constantly sitting and waiting for the court to resume, so that way you could just get the next set of news, that next juicy bit of content. There's a lot of shit going on that they don't want to use old set for Harry Potter. I agree. I I do agree. Yes, I can understand why. Sure, but be honest. You know what I mean? Like be honest about, yo, what's up, Dark? Are we talking about Johnny Depp? Yeah, I was talking about the fact that like because Fox was bringing up about how Warner Brothers claimed about uh they wanted to be really careful with the way the show was going to come out, right? Because of how Fantastic Beasts spin-offs ended up bombing. But it's like, bro, we know why they bombed though, is because you got rid of Johnny Depp. Again, not to take away from Mods. I don't want that to take away from Mods. Mods is a great fucking actor. He's a great actor. Yeah, how you doing today, brother? It's good to have you in here. The original sets were largely dismantled or repurposed after the film series ended. The new production is building brand new sets at Warner Brothers Studios. For example, area photos show a completely new, larger Tudor-style privet drive being constructed from scratch. So, well, that sounds cool and all. My problem is though that that's not necessarily true. Not well, yes, there are a good deal of the sets that were like yes dismantled and stuff like that. But even if they were largely dismantled, you could probably still like fix them up and everything like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like that Warner Brothers is just really trying super hard to semi woke it and not. It's like, dude, you're still woking too close to the sun. Like, legitimately, Black Snape is what's gonna kill the show. Black Snape and the pedo fucking Hagrid. I'm still calling him. He's a pedo. I'm sorry. They couldn't even give him his own costume, so that's what makes him look like a pedophile. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Sorry. Chris Child, the one was support to arrive, but it got canceled. Yeah, that's right. The Cursed Child. That's right. And that was supposed to be the end of Grindelwald and Voldemort, correct? Wasn't that supposed to be how Voldemort starts to rise? Because, or no, wait. So that's why I'm always confused, because Voldemort's group and everything like that hates Grindelwald and viewed him as being weak. But I was always in the perception that the Cursed Child thing was Voldemort being born at that time. And so like that. But I've also been told that that's actually about Harry being born around that time, which also makes no sense. Oh yeah, Fox. Yeah, actually Fox and Dark. We'll actually have to play some Project Zomboid at some point here soon. I also need to get some people together for some Phasmophobia. I would love to play some Phasmophobia, or even Helldivers. I got Helldivers reinstalled, so So I would definitely love to do some of that with everybody. I think I might load another bowl of this. I don't know what pipe I want to use. Because we're now technically in the first, so I don't have to forcibly use my meerschaum now. I will still be using it, obviously, quite a lot. But to celebrate that, we're going to bust out the Dracula. As for Kershaw, it's set 19 years after the events of Harry Potter and the death. Oh, that's right. It's supposed to be about his kid. That's right. Thank you. The story follows about Albus Severus Potter and Scorpius Malfoy. I love the name Scorpius. I like that because I'm a fan of Farscape. As they navigate their friendships, family legacies, and the consequences of using a time turner to alter the past. Oh, just saying they got to understand there's not many reasons to remake a well done movie like remake a game. 100%. Thank you, Dark. Exactly. That's literally what I'm saying. Like the movie, no, like nobody was constantly being like, "Man, I really need a Harry Potter show." You know what I mean? Like, I think like the one thing we all really wanted was a show about Hogwarts that would like kind of like the game where it would get to explore more about the school, more about the. It didn't need to be centered around Harry Potter. Like, let's go and go to like the founding era. That would have been so fucking cool. See the founding people, Marina Ravenclaw, Godric Gryffindor, and all of them building the school and everything. That would have been so rad. Missed opportunity. Like, literally, here's a good example. Welcome to Derry. My little sister and I watched the entire show. Fucking amazing. It's literally a prequel show, and what are we gonna get for season 2? But further in the past. And I was like, yes, let's keep it going, dude. Like, let's see this shit. I was so excited for the second season of Welcome to Derry. It's literally, I gotta say, probably like the best, version of let's continue a movie show on and it'd be good. A key part is Scorpius Malfoy plagued by rumors that his true father is Lord Voldemort and the grief of losing his mother and Delphi Diggory, the daughter of Voldemort and Bellatrix Lestrange. Oh, wow. I did not know that. Raised in isolation with a desperate desire to resurrect her father. Wow. See, I would have totally loved seeing all that. Like remake a game, yeah, make it more accessible for modern equipments, better graphics to be able to run on PC or console now. But movie, man, just fix it for 4K and release a collector version DVD. Yeah, or release it on theater. Exactly, 100%, man. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like I would not want to see a remake of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. I swear, somebody already tried doing that. What's his name? He's I think he's like a Chinese director. Something Wen. He makes horrible movies. He made Birdemic. He's the guy who makes the movie Birdemic. Uh, fucking can't remember his name. He's a horrible director. He uses his fucking house in like so many movies, by the way. He's notorious for doing super long car shots that make no fucking sense. It's like, stop shooting the car. Stop shooting. I get it's filler. Make the movie shorter. I don't even care. Make it shorter, please. Like, it's so bad. But like legit, I would want to see a re-release of, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Just like I didn't care for the remake of The House on Haunted Hill. It sucked. You know what I mean? The little is it little Yahoo? How do we say that? Little is it Yahoo? Is that wait? Is it yeah? Is it the little Yahoo? Is that what that is? That supposed to be? I dig it. I dig it. Delphi Diggory, her entire life's purpose became centered on resurrecting Voldemort, but not necessarily to bring about his reign of terror, but so she could finally have a father. She believed fulfilling a prophecy about his return was her destiny, and saw herself as a child who could make her father proud. Oh man, that's fucking that's kind of depressing and sad. When I can, I just read the origin Hamlet. Why should I buy your bullshit downgrade rewrite version of Hamlet that you just copied word by? Dude, for real. Romeo and Juliet. Just say, I don't understand how the fuck that movie won back in the day. Okay? Like, I legitimately like, and again, I was never a person to read all the Harry Potter books, so like I actually didn't know about all this stuff about the cursed child and stuff. I just knew about the kid, and I knew that like that there was a book that was written about his son, or one of the sons at least, predominantly. Um, and again, my big thing too with that was like we could have got a show about that. You know what I mean? That the canceled movie, we could have just got the show about that. They could have just did that right there. Start from that point and go on with the show, right? At that point, who gives a fuck who you cast and stuff like that, right? It wouldn't have mattered. I also do find it kind of offensive that they replaced McGonagall with what's her face. It's like, dude, that woman played the best version of Minerva McGonagall. She literally looks like the lady who plays the younger version of McGonagall in the Fantastic Beast. So it's like you look like you're the same age. Like that actually bothered me. I think it bothers me more than the Black Snape or pedophile Hagrid. Like when you look at like the way the dude is playing, who the fuck is that that's playing Hagrid, dude? The new guy, like he does not look good as Hagrid. Also, by the way, hey, happy April Fools, everybody! It is April Fool's Day. You know what's another bad downgrade of a good book to a movie, right? Is probably The Dark Tower. While never being a person who's ever actually read it, I have two friends that were obsessed with the series. So when the movie was going to come out, they were like beyond hype for the movie, right? They've told me never to watch the movie because it's nowhere near what the book is even like, or nowhere even near as good as the book. Yes, it could have launched it, but it was canceled due to no Harry Potter, and the Cursed Child movie was ever officially canceled because the project was never greenlit for the production. Well, I mean, still, I mean, technically, that's still you can still be canceled in the sense of it, you don't even get the chance to even get it off the ground in that sense. Like they canceled the idea, you know what I mean, to even do it. That's kind of guess what I would mean by that. The play, which debuted in 2016, remains a successful stage production that has not been adapted into a film due to a combination of creative and contractual decisions. Oh, but we got fucking Wicked. Like, nobody needed that shit. Again, the fucking play. Like the play. I've seen the play. We had to do it for school. We actually had to go watch it. The Wicked play, I actually enjoyed it. The movie, why did you need a movie? Nick Frost is the actor. Okay, that's the guy. Dude, Nick Frost does not look like a good Hogwarts. It is so sexy. I love him in Paul. I love him in all the other things. Like, he's such a great actor. Not Hagrid, dude. I'm sorry, bro. Not Hagrid. He looks like a pedophile. Like he constantly looks like, come on, Harry, let's go to the bathroom real quick. Like, no, 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 let's not get that scene, guys. Come on, let's cut that one out. Like, just saying. He played as Gobber in How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forget about that. Yeah, he's played in a lot of movies. You know, like I think I mean, I know most people probably loved him in Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. Um, I loved him though the most in Paul. Paul was my favorite movie with those two in it. Like, I absolutely love that movie. It's also got what's her face from Bridesmaids who plays in it. You got her in there. You also got Oh, I'm trying to remember the agents that keep trying to track down Paul and all that shit. Because they're fucking awesome, great. There's a lot of good actors though in that movie, though. A lot of good actors. I mean, honestly, the only thing I'm really excited for this year, truly, is Dune Part 3. Fucking excited for that. I'll say I did watch the new Dracula. It's okay. It's okay. The new Dracula movie, it's not bad by any means, but it's nothing to write home about. You know what I mean? Like it could have been better in a lot of areas. The CGI was kind of shit in some parts of it. We were just like, did they green screen this outdoor scene? What the fuck's going on here? The other problem I had is that they really, really tried hard with it to be a romance. I don't get what's up with this paranormal romance shit. Like, why do we gotta have everybody be all for dead dick? Like, do we like? Wait, okay, can I just please ask a question of chat real quick? When the fuck did vampires get dicks in the first place? Because this might seem like a weird question and all, but like, correct my, fucking, ignorance here, but as far as I remember, vampires aren't able to reproduce by most basic lore. Like, any movie, any book I've ever read, vampires don't got dicks. They can't reproduce. Hence why they bite you. When the fuck did vampires seem to get a dick that apparently they fuck all these women all the time? Slanging pussy constantly. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, why do we need undead dick? It's like, it's literally, like, that is necrophilia. That is literally what we're seeing. It's a necrophilia fetish. And it's getting really fucking weird and out of hand. Nosferatu, like, loved the movie for the most part. Why do we need creepy, vampire dick scene? Don't need it. Don't need it. Good movie otherwise. HBO Harry Potter TV series primarily because of this deep personal connection to the character and a unique manifestation ritual he undertook. Wait, what? Oh, you talking about like Nick? That's why he took the character of Hagrid. That's. I mean, what's the deep personal connection? Again, are you a pedophile? Like, dude, that makes me feel like I'm actually true on the whole pedophile front. We need to start looking into Nick Frost. I'm just saying. I'm not even joking. Can somebody please start looking into Nick Frost? I need to know if this man is actually secretly a pedophile. What the fuck do you mean a personal deep connection to fucking Hagrid? He's a part giant, part dwarf, okay, with a giant fucking beard who's fat as fuck, smelly from what it's actually depicted amongst all the time, because he's constantly outdoors and around all these magical beasts, so he constantly smells like manure, which is in one of the pages they depict how he smells, bad all the time, which is how the fuck is Harry hugging him? I'd be, oh god, like every time. Then you also got the fact that it's like, a deep personal connection, like, again, he's constantly obsessed over a little boy that he's pretty much viewed him like his son. But it's not like we never get that like son vibes. I'm sorry, but I don't get that from Hagrid. Even in the original movies, it's not like this is my son. It's almost like a big brother type thing. Which I accept that in the movies, but in the show, it comes off of like, I want to touch you, Harry. Like, get the fuck away from me, Nick. Like, seriously, dude. Like, and the Harry Potter kid, there was a couple of scenes where I saw him, I was like, yeah, never mind. He does not a good Harry Potter. He looks so way too retarded. And by that, I mean, he actually looks just stupid. Okay? Like, there was one scene where I was like, you made that poor little boy look way too dumb, dude. Like, that poor kid is gonna hate his life when he grows up. He's like, oh, I fucking played that. Aw. I feel like it's the Jerry mode. Weekend at Dead Cat Lady's House too. Written and directed by Jerry Smith. I wrote and directed that? What the hell? That's literally how I feel at that moment. That's literally how I feel at one of those moments. Like I wrote and directed that shit? What? Also, another good example too, Dark, I think would be to like to your about like the Hamlet thing, would be like if they had ever remade Casablanca. Like, I'm definitely not a fan of the colored version of Casablanca. I like the black and white version. Way better. Um just like I like the original Japanese black and white version of the original 1954 Godzilla. Not the 1956 one, that's the American version with what is his name? Ray Byrne or whatever his name is. That played in it for the American version. He's like like an American investigator or reporter that's going in, like trying to like discover all this stuff about Godzilla, and all they did was really just like splice in all these scenes of him over other scenes um that were originally filmed in Japan and stuff like that. Um yeah, that one's good. Also, by the way, if you actually haven't watched the newest Godzilla, Godzilla -1 in black and white, so good, by the way, so good. If you want the actual like horror and fear that old Godzilla used to be able to instill, that's a good one to watch right there. The black and white version of Godzilla -1, so good. So later today, I know I want to do Cyberpunk for sure. I know that's the one game I do have planned today. Other than that though, really any other time. Like if you want to do maybe like if you want to do Thursday or Friday. If I do day that does like, you don't really have to work too much, or that would be best for you to work around, brother. Because honestly, I'd rather work around your time zone and schedule and stuff like that. Because I know you got the more pressing stuff right with that with work and everything. So I want to make sure we can work around that for you, brother. Reading an article that Nick Frost has revealed he didn't just audition for the role of Hagrid in HBO's upcoming Harry Potter series, but he rather quite literally manifested it. That is fucking weird. What does that even mean? Did he pull out a dragon out of his pocket? Was it his dick? What the fuck, man? Like, seriously. Like, how do you manifest a dude who literally takes care of magical beasts? I'm waiting for that one. And if you want to try to say this is some, like, method actor shit, like, dude, you do not need to do method acting to be fucking Hagrid. Like, seriously. I will say, okay, the only other cast I really like that I saw, though, out of that series, that is why I actually made me mad, because I really want to, uh, what you call it, that I actually was upset that I wanted to watch the show was Dumbledore. I thought the guy who was playing Dumbledore was actually a good cast. That works out too. So again, if any time during this week, brother, after like again, like I said, later today, technically on the first, is the only I do want to do some more Cyberpunk. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise, totally down. Like, just let me know. Wait, you mean 7,000 like Hagrid lines? You mean? Did you find a lighter, or do you need me to come and help you out? Oh, you wrote Hagrid's words 7,000 times.
Hi, bud. Quiet, bitch. Look at.
Okay, well, I just been playing on the normal one. That's what I've been doing, just pretty much as it is right now. To kind of get the basics, the understanding and stuff like that of the characters. I haven't really played too much. I do get the controls pretty well. I do get the idea of obviously movement, hiding, opening stuff like that. The biggest thing I would say I gotta learn is that where are they, like the little like miscellaneous items I'm finding. What will they be used for? Should I carry things? Should I be not picking up certain things? All that kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I figure that stuff like I'll be able to learn more like when we're actually playing and stuff. So, but I do like the combat in the game. I do like the combat. It's actually kind of fun. So it reminds me of another game I have through Epic Store that I got for free. That was a zombie game where the goal is pretty much like, well, I should say the goal, but ideally like you're going to die and lose characters. So like it's meant to be kind of like a constant replayable game like that. So because B42 adds lots of items as well and lots of systems change from B41. Okay. Should I probably just wait until there's an actual update for B42 then?
Where's my thumb gonna go?
Or how often do they update those? Okay, okay. Wait, like Hagrid or fucking Nick Frost? See, that's what I mean. Like, dude's fucking weird. Like, I liked him in some of his other stuff, but I don't know, man. Set the on sale. Okay, yeah, I know where to do all that. Dark. I know how to do all that. It's not my first time on the rodeo of having to change a game version on something on Steam, dude. So I know how to do all that. Again, I'm not voodoo here, okay? We don't need to, you know, think that I'm that ignorant that I don't know how to do all that. Oh yeah, tell me it's just to click the unstable one. So, and I would have done that. It says unstable but not unplayable. That's funny. That's funny that it says unstable but not unplayable. My only thing is I don't really like doing a lot of like these secondary like things other than like the main versions, mainly just because of the fact like I did it with fucking 7 Days to Die. Everybody wanted me to do that, and I didn't like the different version. I'd rather just play the base version of the game, and then learn it that way, and then do modded things like that. Usually, just because again, every time I've played different versions that have been usually unstable, that's been an issue. It's like, oh well, when you play it, there's this chance. Is that all right, cool. All right. So, and it's like it's that one of those things where it's like, okay, so I bought the game to play the game, but we're not really playing the game. We're playing modded versions of the game. And I mean this with like the whole like 7 Days to Die. Like no one ever just plays the main servers, which are updated, constantly fixed, run better in my fucking opinion. And honestly, I have way more enjoyable moments on the newer servers than I do on the older Left 4 Dead or 7 Days to Die servers. It's just like legitimately though, like I don't understand though. Why is it like all these games, like specifically, it seems to be with zombie games. Why is it that none of them are ever just played on their base things? Why is it that everybody has to do these things like these unstable betas and all this other stuff like that? Why is it? Why can't they just make something fucking stable and just make it the main thing? You know what I mean? See, okay, that right there, that's fine. I like that. Right? Like when you have an idea what you're doing with your game, what you're building, stuff like that, that's one thing, right? When that's the idea like from them doing it itself. Like with 7 Days to Die, it's legitimately, oh, you know, people don't like what the developers are doing, so you have to play the unstable version and then play versions that other people have created or other servers that they've created to fucking mod it or change it in some way because they like it better that way. And it's just like, bro, I don't give a fuck though. You know what I mean? Like there like a good example of this. Bazzy, love Bazzy, right? Balthazar. Homie though only ever plays though the unstable version of 7 Days to Die. He does not like playing the stable version of it. And so therefore the server, like the lag and all that stuff like that, I fucking hate it. When we play on the stable version, not only does it load faster, not only does it actually not break all the time when I'm trying to move around, uh, it also responds to every input that I put in with no input latency. Um, when I try to shoot a fucking zombie with a bow and arrow, if I aim at your chest, it hits. And again, I can respect like doing like taking time to polish it. And again, if it's coming from the developer, great. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. That's one thing. But when it comes from like the fucking like the people, because they just don't like the way the developers play, it's like then why did you even buy the game? You know what I mean? Like why even buy the game if you don't like how they did it? You know what I mean? Like go make your own fucking game. For fuck's sake, we got all these stupid apps out there now that can make you create literally anything without coding. I'm sure there's ways for you to make a game without coding. Okay. There actually there is PlayStation Dreams. You can make full on. I've replayed PT, Five Nights at Freddy's, other games, all in PlayStation Dreams. You can actually do that, and you don't even need a code or anything like that. I'm actually impressed by the way that people can do things in PlayStation Dreams. I've actually showed my little sister this stuff. It's insane, dude. One of the games I want to stream for you guys actually on PlayStation Dreams is called Lake Juniper. There's I think the other one's like Isle of the Mysteries or something like that. There's two games. They're both about these two brothers that are like constantly going on these like investigative things. Um, but the second one, Lake Juniper, is about like an alien cryptid that's underneath the world's largest lake, largest and deepest lake. Sorry. And so like there are ways I feel like people can make more games and be more creative about things. I just wish that like like if people buy games like that, like what, like again, and don't take this the wrong way, there, because I know you mod, Project Zomboid a lot and stuff like that, but you've also played that game as I've seen before. Was it like 3,000 hours? I think that's on your game time that I saw. So it's like you've most likely played the original, you've played all the other versions that they've made themselves, and then you've also modded it on top of that. That is one thing. But then but like you've also said to me and to other people, play the game without the mods, play it this way, do da. And again, though, that I would prefer versus people be like, no, you gotta mod the game. That's the only way you can play it. Then why the fuck did you even buy the game? You know what I mean? Like if all you can play the game is in a modded form, like granted, let's put it this way: if you've been playing it now modded because it's been for so long, and that's the only way you can enjoy it now, that's understandable. But if right from rip you just had to mod the game because you didn't enjoy it, then why did you buy the game? You know what I mean? Like that's the problem I have with a lot of people, that when I buy a game, a lot of times the first things out their mouth is you won't enjoy it unless you mod it. I've heard that about. I actually used to hear that a lot about Cyberpunk. Actually, right when Cyberpunk before it was fixed, the amount of people that would tell me, "Oh, this game is not good unless you mod it." would kill me because it's like the mods that you do are cosmetics. They're not story fucking mods. You know, whereas like I would argue with like Project Zombie, where like you and I have talked about this, where it can literally reshape the game. With some of those mods, just like Left 4 Dead, we had some mods that would like reshape the whole game. Those are different versus like in Cyberpunk, everything is just cosmetic. Oh, you want better LUTs, you want better shading, you want better rendering, you want better lighting, you want better bullet decals, you whatever. That's it, right? There's no mod for Cyberpunk that goes, hey, yeah, we fixed this side quest and made it like 10 hours longer. I do it. I download a mod like that, sure. But I would still play the base game first, see that mission, and then play the mod version. You know what I mean? Like, that's what and I would tell anybody else, play the base version, then play the mod version. Even when I could mod Cyberpunk, I never said, oh, this is the only way you can enjoy Cyberpunk. Skyrim, I've never told anybody the only way you can enjoy Skyrim is modded. But what do I get told all the fucking time? Oh, the only way you can enjoy Skyrim really is modded. Why? Why is that the case? You know what I mean? It's like, again, it's that point of like, just because you can, doesn't mean you should. You know what I mean? I totally recommend play the vanilla version first because you got to experience it first before you know which part you want to change. Like personally, I just put more guns and cars in because I like to pew pew. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. The 100%. Like that's what I mean. That's why I love how you actually say, "Hey, try the game basically vanilla first, then do all this." Right? And that's what I mean. Like, why can't more people actually understand that people should try a base game first before they mod a game? Like if I tell somebody to go play Left 4 Dead, I am not going to go tell somebody you need to play Left 4 Dead, but you need to mod it completely before you play Left 4 Dead. No, no, no. You need to enjoy Left 4 Dead first, then mod it. Because like you said, you got to enjoy the vanilla. You got to enjoy the story. You got to enjoy the heart-pumping action that can still be just in the normal gameplay. Especially if you play on the hardest difficulty, you got a good team together and stuff like that. It doesn't even matter. Like, Derek, how many hours have we put into Left 4 Dead and have moments where we're fucking cruising through that area and finally the game goes, you guys are doing too good. You know what I mean? And we're like, okay, this was getting way too easy. And all of a sudden now, every time we turn around, tank, this happen, like, all that shit would go down, right? It's like the game can always change on a dime. It can always just be like, oh man, like it was a fun experience. I got to enjoy all this stuff. Now let's get to see what we can add more to it. You know what I mean? So exactly, yeah. You're like you said too. It's like so you're like, oh, maybe I really want to change the jockeys to be Beavis, right? Like we did the whole the shit that they do and everything like that when he screams and jumps on you. Like, oh, I want to have my tank be Shrek. Okay, go for it. Like I always love doing like the whole ODST vibe or like Spartans drop down Earth and instead of it be the flood, it's a zombie pair a thing. Because what do we all used to play on Halo 3 all the time? Infection. Zombie. That was the best mode, dude. Somebody was a zombie, somebody was a survivor, and you ran around knifing a motherfucker. That shit was just fun. That mode actually got me better at the game because I actually played against my buddy who was like god tier at that game. He could literally fucking without looking kill you with the sniper rifle half the time, and you just be like, I can't even dial in my shot before I get taken. What the fuck is this guy doing? Like I really want McDonald's whole set menu says zombies in my Left 4 Dead. Yo, speaking of McDonald's menu, they have a new burger that was actually pretty good. I actually got a little bit of it left. I need to finish up too. Because I got some other food I need to throw in the fridge. But there's a burger I got left of it. It's what's it called again, Mom? The Big Arch.
Big what?
That burger I got is a Big Arch. Yeah, Big Arch. It was actually pretty good. It's crispy onions. Can't remember the sauce. What was it?
White American cheese.
White American cheese, and but the sauce though.
It's Big Arch sauce. That's all it says.
Big Arch sauce. Well, so some form of like Big Mac sauce, really. But it was fucking tasty. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying not to do McDonald's and everything like that here recently, but then I saw that burger and I was like, all right, I'll try it. The patties were the quarter pounder patties. So the bun was really what I think got me the most. It's sesame seed or sesame seed with a poppy seed. Really different. Really, it's almost like a sweet and savory type of taste to the burger. It's good though. Like I can't deny it. Like I actually gotta say, I was actually pretty impressed with it. So I literally feel like fucking like Asmongold here with him constantly having like the McDonald's cups on the stream constantly because that's what he's always got was like the big fountain drinks on stream. So I think that's funny. It's like I'm not trying to mimic that. We just happen to get McDonald's drinks a lot because they're cheap, or at least the soda parts are. There is a puddle in there. I was like, my pipe be hitting kind of goopy. I got big fries, a smoker, drink, a spitter, and Big Mac as take tossing food tray. And Witch in sexy nurse uniform because why the fuck not? Oh, fucking dark, damn it. That's funny. I like the tank as the Big Mac. What would be the boomer then? Like, it's like, oh, you can make the boomer grimace. Like, granted, it's not a menu item, but it's totally McDonald's related. You can totally make the boomer grimace. This giant purple bastard just come running at you. Boomer's just potato. It's just the raw potato before it's made into the French fry. That's fucking funny. That is funny. Common zombies are Zoidberg. I fucking love Zoidberg. I have terrible news. Wait, I'm a human. Oh, I have terrible news. The fact that he's such a terrible doctor, he thinks like half of the people he's always treating are like either dead. He's like, I'm alive, doctor. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like closes their eyes and shit. I fucking love Zoidberg, dude. He is literally the best. I literally feel like he's such an underrated character. Like, as much as people do love him, I feels like he's still such an underrated character. Oh, oh, jeez. All the fucking. Imagine like when a horn comes in, there's just fucking a massive loud noise. Or that whole, like, that screech, You know what's funny? Instead of it going to wherever it was the link that you posted me, it just went to the fucking community thing, to Steam community page. Wow, great fucking link. Fucking YouTube. That was great. What?
Why would they put this in my mailbox?
What?
The skin of a freaking clown. Go away.
In what mailbox?
My game.
Mom's got a skin of a clown in her game.
What the hell is wrong with people? That's some bullshit. Oh my god.
Let's see. Will it go right to?
So wrong. So wrong.
All right. What if I sign in? Will you fucking? Okay, because it has to confirm my fucking mobile thing. My camera is my phone, by the way, so I can't open that. I'm gonna have to copy paste that and look at it in a moment. You also turn the jockey into a hot dog. Ooh, yeah, that might work here. I'm not even joking. I just clicked it and it says 404 not found. Literally, the page just says not found. What the fuck, Dark? Why does this thing hate us? It literally won't open. It's like it was like, nope, that's not allowed. Oh wait, I was like, where the fuck is my Rumble one there? What's the matter, Gimme? Yeah, yeah. Did you have a nightmare, baby? What's the matter, baby girl? Little bum, or little goobrooms? Huh? Fuck it, Discord. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Luckily, I do have Discord on my MacBook, so I can open that up. Sounds good. Open up Discord right now. Ah, such a good tobacco. It's just so smooth. I am really glad I gave this tobacco another chance, honestly, because like I was really worried that I was just gonna end up having to find somebody to give all that tobacco to, this Smoker's Pride, Vanilla Cavendish, because I was like, man, like I said, when I first got it, before I cellared it for as many months as I have, it gave me massive tongue bite. Now, like the only way I get tongue bite from it now is if I'm smoking it way too fast and too quickly, and I build up all that steam. Oh my god, monkey. That's what Dark has in Left 4 Dead chasing him. Yeah, there's that's actually kind of scary in a weird fucking way. I don't know if I'm actually comfortable with that or not. It's a little fucking creepy. You might listen. I feel really uncomfortable. Like Bill and Mr. Krabs. I don't mean money. Damn it! I fucked with the laugh. I don't mean money. I love that's fucking literally Clancy Brown who plays that too. It's funny too because the mom was watching a show Mike and Molly earlier, and they actually made a SpongeBob reference earlier. And we were all laughing. And it was just fucking funny. I was like, okay, that's funny. So ironically enough, we made a SpongeBob reference. That's fucking hilarious, man. And I mean, it's also getting as late as it is tonight. I probably won't game tonight yet. We'll probably just hang out for a little bit more. I'll smoke another pipe bowl here in a bit. I'll probably actually do a dab here in a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna do some dabs here in a bit. I haven't really smoked a dab yet on the stream, other than that one partial one I've had in there. After the stream, I might do a little cyberpunk before I pass out. Just 'cause I haven't played any video games today at all. I caught up on all my Nux videos because I'd been behind a day, watching all the Nux videos. And again, I'm so baffled that none of the media is covering the Syrian or the Nigerian, Christian genocide that's going on over there. Because God forbid it's Muslims killing, Christians, not them killing Jews. So, or Jews killing Muslims. So there's no way to blame it on the Jews. It's can't cover that, huh? Fucking funny how that works. Watch within the next couple days they'll finally cover it, and then they'll act like that. Then it was all of a sudden just then a breaking it, in. And it's like no, it's been going on now for a little while. Like watching a mother hold her child's lifeless body on Palm Sunday because a fucking bunch of Muslims shot just into a crowd and killed a bunch of innocent people because they're hateful little pricks. And this is why we need to have another crusade. Just saying, get rid of Islam. Like we need to make the Crusades great again. That's the new slogan. I think we need to go with: make Crusades great again. There's actually a great YouTube video, by the way. It's called "Why the Crusades Were Actually Fucking Awesome." Definitely check it out. Definitely a good video. So I got this Dracula on MBSD pipes. That's a Briar Estate, which means it was a pre-owned pipe. Whoever owned this before me took great care of this pipe. So I do thank you for whoever you were that had this before me. You took great care of this Dracula. So I am very honored to been able to pick this bad boy up because it literally said on the description that it had some light wear, like usage around the rim of the bowl. And I'm like, where the fuck are you seeing that? It's an ebony fucking bowl. Really hard to see a lighter mark on an ebony bowl. Just saying. And then they had pre-carbon caked it, which I kind of wiped it all out by accident. I wasn't trying to be that rough when I was wiping out the paper towel. Um, so I am rebuilding the cake myself, and that is why I try to make sure I smoke the bowl all the way down so it's perfectly evened. And this way, I didn't have to do a relight at the bottom of it and scorch the bottom of the bowl. I am glad to see what's going on though with the whole Iran thing. For one really major reason, like legitimately, that it prevents China from really wanting to fuck with Taiwan right now. They don't have the oil to do it now. We're controlling that shit. Now, do I think China would still be trying to be stupid and try to do it? Yeah, I do. I do think that China is fucking retarded, and I think they would still be dumb enough to try to attempt something stupid like that. And if they do, we just fuck them into the Stone Age, just like we've done to everybody else. I think we've proven that we have the best military in the fucking world, and we will fuck you into the Stone Age if you want to fuck with us. So, or if you want to fuck with our allies, for that matter, people that we actually care about our allies, Like, at the end of the day, all this shit that's going on in the Strait of Hormuz, right? There is at no point a reason for Trump to be like, "Oh, Taiwan, why aren't you doing all this?" Knowing that Taiwan can't, actively do anything like that. Whereas, though, if China was to fuck with them, we know that Trump would turn around and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then bomb the fuck out of them. Back to the Stone Age they go, dude, for real. Like, look what's going on. Like, we have now made Ayatollah a fucking frame of time. Not a person, not a leadership thing. Ayatollah is now a measurement in time of how long somebody's existed for. How many Ayatollahs has that been? 5? Peace through strength, man. Peace through strength. 100%, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm so tired of seeing people be like, I think we really need to stop this whole Iran war. You mean a thing that they've been threatening for 47 years and technically declared war on us? Then told everybody, hey, we have 11 nukes and we are about ready to launch those bad boys at everybody. Excuse me? Like, and not only that, what does Iran do but supply both Russia and China with mad amount of oil? They get like, what is it, almost like, just like China or Japan, they get like, what is it, like 90% of their oil, if not all of their oil, from fucking the Strait of Hormuz because they can't even produce their own oil now? Like, bro, what a great time to be a fucking American. We don't need any of these dumb motherfuckers over in Europe, you know? And like, and then we got the entire Middle East and the most badass South American countries to all jump on board with all of our shit. That really speaks volumes about who we really have as, as our allies and shit, and who we will be willing to help take care of and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, legitimately, uh when I first saw all this stuff, my first thought was, man, I really hope China doesn't try to take this moment to do something stupid. And then as I would be watching the Nux videos, and Nux would straight up be like, oh, the great thing about this then is that they can't attack Taiwan now. And I'm like, good. Fucking good. Like, I want the dictators of China to be pissing their pants right about now. Much like anybody else who thinks they might get on Trump's shit list. Like, we weren't even in talks with Cuba for negotiations, and Cuba was begging us to, like, please don't Maduro us, please. Like, we were like, yeah, we'll think about it. And like, I love what he's doing too. He keeps fucking with everybody too. Like, I'm not gonna ban him. I'm not gonna do it. Sir, what bomb was that you just dropped on him? If that doesn't pound, a bunker buster, you're like, oh, my bad. Bad idea to get on his shit, dude. For real, literally, like right as I was saying, that, you were saying it as well. That's what I'm saying, Fox. It's like that's what I mean. Like nobody wants to be on his shit side, man. Like, do you really want to be the person who pisses Trump off? Because you're gonna be an Ayatollah. By that I mean you will be a red paste against the wall, ceiling, and floor. Your ass will be the last thing that went through your fucking mind. Okay? Lucifer will be butt fucking you for all of eternity. I love the joke that somebody made too. They're like, instead of 72 child virgins, which by the way, that's actually what Muslims believe that they get, is 72 child virgins. No, not even the ghosts. That's which again, most people don't even realize that's what they believe that they get is true. By the way, I found out what happens to the wife. We always thought that the wife just gets cucked. No, no, no. So apparently, if you're married to a Muslim man and everything like that, and and you die and everything like that, you become part of the 72 children that he gets to deflower. It's fucking creepy, man. These guys are fucking straight pedophiles. Like, they always talk about how there's no Muslims in the Epstein files, which, by the way, yeah, actually, there's a lot. Is because Sharia law is the Epstein files, my friends. They literally make it legal for you to marry a 9-year-old. Like, fuck that shit. Like, legitimately, Epstein would have just been considered the next prophet under Sharia law. They would have been like, oh my god, it's Muhammad, come back! Which, by the way, how much of a retard do you have to be to murder a woman's entire fucking family? Her husband, her father, and everybody in front of her, and then say you're gonna marry her, Muhammad, and then by the way, marrying, as they try to say in their fucking book, he tried to rape her. The difference was that he then asked her, or sorry, she asks him, would he like something to eat? Could she make him dinner first? His retarded ass, after being like, yeah, totally just killed your whole family, but why not? I'll totally have a dinner from you. She poisons him. As well she should. And on top of that, he screams out, I feel as if my aorta has been cut. And as they depicted in the Quran, its own book, states that if he was a false prophet, he would surely have his aorta cut. Ah, you don't say. I want to believe human nature is inherently good, as one ancient Chinese philosopher said, but reality makes me live with the rule of human nature is inherently evil, as the other philosopher said. And honestly, it's true. This is why, you know, like I actually like the thing that which you call it, Cliff Kaneki uh said to somebody about when they were talking to about like the whole Catholic thing about pretty much buying away your sins and stuff like that, and how that went against the rules, blah 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 blah. But they were like, oh, but what about the whole idea of original sin? He said, well, no, that he goes, it's not that there's an original sin. It's that as humans, we all have the propensity for sinning. We all will do bad. Like we can all easily become, the next Hitler, Stalin, Mao, whatever. The next Jack Kevorkian or the next fucking Charlie Manson. Anybody is just one bad day potentially away from that, right? So we all have the propensity to do evil, but we also have the great propensity to do great deeds and greatness. It is the matter of which road do we take down in our life. Do we go down that road or do we go down this road? But the problem is, and there's actually even a great quote in the Bible about this, and it says, that which feels right to man may not always be right for man. And it's true. Just because we think we're going down the right path, is it really the right path? Or was it just something that we thought was easy? Because so often, we always want to, think that, the best thing in life is going to be the easiest thing in life. Well, no, the best thing in life is going to definitely be the harder thing in life. Anything worth doing in our life is hard. Anything worth doing in life is hard. It's not meant to be easy. But at the same time, it's not meant to be so hard that you effectively want to fucking like just die all the time, or that that we can't rely on our fellow man. But the problem is that when we also then treat our fellow man with that same level of like idea that they would treat us the same way, when then those people's culture is not the same. For instance, most Western world people, granted, we still have crime, we'll still have all this stuff. Those are just human issues that, again, as humans, we are just shitty things. There's a problem with that. And unfortunately, we have free will and it allows us to do really dumb shit. That's just the case. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how good we can make something, there's always going to be some bad, right? But ideally, like, when you look at the idea of like, let's say importing a bunch of fucking Somalians or Muslims into a Western civilization that says, don't rape women, don't marry children, dogs are not to be, killed just because you think that they're demons. All these things, right? That literally, Muslims are scared of dogs, by the way. Fucking hilarious. Welcome in there, Dimmy. Ron Blaze, appreciate you. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, one of those things, you just kind of have to be like, obviously, two things don't mix. Can't mix a culture that's actually inferior with a culture that's pretty superior, called Western civilization. We've been doing pretty fucking well so far for how many years? Just saying. Yeah, we got some things we messed up along the lines, but we're still working on it. We're still fixing things. You know what I mean? We are humans. We are greedy, selfish, brutal. It's only the rules, the laws, the way we are raised, etc., to make us behave ourselves. And again, yeah, and it's like, and those laws and those rules, you know, are put in place to hopefully, be there to create a society that works together and is cohesive. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's meant to be for. But so often you have people, especially like over here in the States, when you have people who with suicidal empathy are willing to destroy what we've built because they think communism is so fucking great, or they think socialism is so fucking great. And it's like, go fucking to like Cuba or all these other places. Oh yeah. And then they want to blame us for Cuba's blackouts. Cuba's been having blackouts fucking for years now. For fucking years. And they want to be like, it's America. What? How about the fact that they've been under communism for how fucking long? Since what, the 60s? Was it the 60s or 70s? I can't remember exactly. I want to say since the 60s. I like that. Yeah, communism is great if we're ants. No, I'm not an ant. Like, you know, double checking real quick. Nope, I don't have antennae. Like, yeah, it's like yeah, kindness is great if you're a beehive. Totally works. Yeah, and I always say, well, we just have never seen a system that made it work because it can't. It can't work. It's like literally all you're telling is people like, and this is the best part too, right? You got fucking socialist like Hassan Piker sitting in a $3 million mansion chat that tells you you're not allowed to own property. You're not allowed to have property. You can't own anything and like it because that's communism. Bitch, where are you saying that from? A glass house? That's what I thought. Like, straight up, motherfucker living in a glass house, like throwing rocks over here, being like, you guys shouldn't own anything. Communism is amazing. Go to fucking China then. Like, can we please denaturalize and deport this motherfucker? Like, straight up, Hassan does not belong in our country. And while we're at it, let's get Destiny, Clandis Owens, that dumb bitch. Holy fuck. What a fucking retarded ass idiot bitch. Like, oh my gosh. Her, and then also, can we get like Mehdi Hassan, a few others? All get them fuck out of the country. Cenk Uyghur. Dude, Cenk, seriously, meaning that his fucking family is inbred, and then you have, which is Hassan Piker's family, by the way, and then he will call Jewish people inbred? Motherfucker, you're projecting. You're inbred. Like, by the way, did you know in England they had to make a separate section of their hospitals to deal with inbred because there's too many Pakistanis that are inbred over there? Holy shit! And they call that being racist. I call that factual. If I got same bread and water, what the fuck I need to work my ass off for 10 hours if I can just fuck around and pretend I'm working for 10 hours? Exactly, dog! Right? And that's the point. People do not think about that. They're like, oh, well, everybody's just gonna get paid the same. Exactly. So why do you even do the same amount of work? You're still gonna get paid? Like, bro, I'm so glad you said it like that too, because it's like that's literally all like a huge crux of it. It's like nobody's gonna get paid, nobody's gonna work hard. There's no incentive for you to do these things. Well, sure, capitalism may not be perfect. It incentivizes you to do things, to make things happen, and even for rich people, we still benefit. We get products that we can use to make our day-to-day lives easier, and so forth, so on. Yeah, exactly. That 100%. That's why I'm so excited to see how this is gonna work in fucking in New York City. That's why I laughed when fucking Voodoo was like, "New York City's becoming for the elites." You mean the people that are leaving New York City right now because Mom Donnie wants to fucking tax them like outrageously? And here's the other thing too. Like I didn't even want to bring this up to him because I don't think that he would have understood this part of it. But does he understand how the estate tax works? Because that's what I was getting at about the whole you will die and not be able to give your shit to somebody. It will go to the city unless your family can pay 2/3 of that cost. Yeah, I don't think he would either. There, Fox. That's why I was like, I don't know if I really want to bring that part up. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it's not saying that like he's and I shouldn't have said how I said earlier when I said he was just being a leftist, because again, it's not so much that he's a leftist, he's just ignorant about the way things work. And it's fine, because again, I'm gonna be honest, like politics, economics, uh learning tax codes, things like that, a lot of lawyer speak, it's not for the average person or even for the faint of heart. Like you're gonna have to really put in a lot of time, a lot of like reading, and we know he doesn't read like that. I will sit there and read, not even just articles. I will read the lawsuit pages upon pages upon pages from the court documents from the stenographer. to the actual like evidence that's presented, to the the body cam and the transcript from the all these things. I will go through everything I can to investigate these things before I try to formulate an opinion. Yes, I will also a lot of times, if I want the best of both worlds, I will watch a Nux and Or video. Do you know why I watch a Nux and Or video? Because Nux will go and show both the left and the right and show you why, even though the idiots on the right, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, fucking Tucker Carlson. Oh yeah, which by the way, that motherfucker is definitely a Qatar fucking, spy, China spy, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Um, Same with Joe Kent. There's a bunch of people that are in our Congress that are being exposed as being Chinese spies. Like there's a lot that's going down, and if you don't understand how so many smaller cogs and gears that are going on right now affect the bigger cogs and gears that are turning at the same time, it can get easy to get lost in the sauce. Like for him to say what he said, for me, is that commonality of what I hear from most people, right? Like he once said to me, okay, our buddy once said to me, well, what's going to happen with with all the jobs that we have migrants doing? Americans will go do them. Yes, there are lazy fucking people who don't want to go work. Those are called liberals. We know this, okay? Get them the fuck out of our country. We don't need them. Send them to fucking Canada. They want to be a socialist so fucking bad. Send them to fucking Canada. Where they have to learn. They made the accent of Canada. Thank you. Come again. Which, yeah, by the way, did you guys know that we're Tyler Oliveira went for the Pooh Festival? Do you guys know what the native dialect there is called? Canada. I'm not even joking. The native tongue in the shit flinging fucking town is called Canada. Appreciate that there, welcome in, welcome in. Like, I don't want to work out there, but who's gonna pay my overprices? Dude, 100%. Yeah, 100%. We're just here smoking and hanging out, vibing with chat there. How are you doing there today? And honestly, what's funny too is like I saw some stupid posts like people would be like, PC people would be look at console players as laughing as if we're clowns and stuff like that. It's like, first of all, I already bought my PlayStation 5 Pro, and so I don't have to worry about that $150 increased price. Secondly, I do already have a PC, but I would rather play on the console. It's better. I have more enjoyment on my console than I do on my PC. Glad to hear you good. Glad to hear you good. Also appreciate the emotes as well. But yeah, speaking of which, we're gonna go ahead and start my dab. I did just finish off the pipe bowl, and like I said, our Dracula pipe. So let this cool off and dry out before we put the stem back onto the bowl there onto the shank. So the next pipe bowl, I think what I'm actually gonna use. I actually haven't used this pipe in a hot minute. My Zulu, my wire brushed Zulu here. It's a little bit of a smaller pipe here. I actually do like this guy though, especially for what you call it, for the Prince Albert. I usually smoke out of it. Welcome in there, Ninja. Welcome in. Appreciate the flames over here on Blaze. Appreciate that. So I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, I love the Dracula pipe. That one is got that off of mbsd.com pipes. This guy right here. So with it like that, that's what it looks like with it on. It's a Peterson pipe. So which is a fishtail compared to my P-lip Peterson, and it's also a little bit smaller than my other Peterson. This though is definitely the main Gahuda that I like to use next to my Calabash Sherlock Holmes style pipe. we got a bit of a collection of pipes here. So
You don't say.
yeah, 13 pipes,
13.
just 13. So yeah, we're gonna use the Zulu here, but I think what we'll do instead of doing some the vanilla Cavendish, you know what? I think I'm gonna smoke some Sanctuary, which is just a red and bright Virginia tobacco in this, with just a tiny bit of white Cavendish, sorry, added to it to add a little different flavor to it. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's that's kind of funny. I actually had just started smoking back in like August, September of last year, and we managed to amass quite a collection of pipes and tobacco. So, and I will say, thankfully, I go to a cigar lounge locally that has some really good tobacco. So, why does your chat window keep going out, right? Which again, I'm just glad to see that one tobacco is actually having a bit of a comeback, in the more natural sense, like the pipes and cigars and things like that. It's really funny too because like a lot of people will lump pipe tobacco and cigar tobacco in with like cigarette tobacco. It is not. It's a completely different beast. It really is. It is not the same as what you might have had people smoking around you. I was like, Switch rules all held Nintendo, and nobody cares about Microsoft. Bro, the fact that Microsoft, like the stuff that's going on with them, dude, I don't know if they're gonna survive. I I really think that Microsoft might be fully dead in the water. I really think that this is going to be another one of the Xbox One moments, and this is going to hurt them the most. I honestly do. I think this is the moment we see Xbox fully become a streaming service. They will never make another console, I swear. This is going to hurt them so bad with this, dude. And speaking of Xbox, yeah, no, for real. I mean, it's crazy because like the fact like Phil Spencer actually saved them in a lot of ways. Yes, he really, really could have helped him out during the Xbox One era, but hey, he helped him out all through the Series S and X, right? You know, and towards the end of the Xbox One, he's the one who fixed the Xbox One, the whole Connect debacle, everything like that. For the most part, you know, he really helped bring them back. You know, and all of a sudden we have now this new CEO who's like, no, 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 let's go ahead and like cancel all these initiatives, cancel all these companies, and just see what happens, I guess. You know. Now, am I gonna say that Phil Spencer is like the best CEO? No, because the dude literally killed one of the best fucking studios. Tango Gameworks. Okay. Ghostwire Tokyo. Fucking amazing game. Hi-Fi Rush. Amazing game. They ask for a little bit more money for the sequel, and they're like, cancel them. You better shut that studio down. Get it the fuck out of here. Can't be asking us for more money. You made a banger hit. How dare you? What? What? It's like, how does that make sense? They just delivered you a golden thing, and they're like, yeah, we're going to shut you down. Who was making that decision? Yeah, no, they shut down Tango Gameworks basically just because they asked for more money. I'm not even joking. They were literally shut down a day or two after they had went to Phil and a couple other CEOs, or not CEOs, sorry, but a couple board members to be like, hey, we really need some more money for the sequel and for the project to hire some new people in. The second they said they wanted to hire new people, Xbox was like, you you want more people? You can't make the game with the people you already have? And literally, Tango was like, I mean, we could, but we really want to hire more people. All Microsoft told them at that meeting was, "We'll think about it." The next couple days later, your fucking studio has now been shut down. Like what? Like what? Like how do you not prepare your people? Like they just delivered you a banger fucking game, like multi millions of dollars you were making, and you're like, it's okay, just shut them down. That would quite literally be like PlayStation shutting down Arrowhead Studios after they released Helldivers 2. Not even joking. That would be like, thank you for all the money you just made us. Goodbye. Like that would literally be what it would be like. Like you would just be like, well, hold, but who's gonna run the server? Don't worry, we got somebody else in plan. It won't be you guys. It's like, okay, like what the fuck, man? Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. Like the millions of dollars, like that's what they made them. But then at the end of the day, it didn't matter. It's like you still made the millions of dollars, and they still turned around and said, "Nope, sorry, we can't give you part of that chunk of change to buy more people, to make a better sequel that will make us even more money on that one." Because God forbid, we all knew everybody would have bought the Hi-Fi Rush 2. Or was there already Hi-Fi Rush 2, or would have been like 3, whatever it was, right? Like the sequel to whatever the game was. Okay, I didn't play it. I know everybody's gonna hate me for it, but no, I didn't play the fucking game. I had other games I was playing at the time, so you know what I mean. But it's just like, again, it's just one of those things. It's like, why shut down a studio when you have things like that going? But it's not the first time we've seen this happen. It definitely isn't going to be the last time we've seen it happen. And then of course, just like what was going on with that. I mean, what is it? What was it? Blue Point, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Blue Point just canceled as well because they couldn't get the God of War fucking live service game that they wanted off the ground? It's like, why would you even ask those guys to make one? Their job is to remake games. Like that's all I see them as, is a remake masters. They were great at remaking games. Why would you ask them to make a live service game that no one also asked for? No one's going, I need a God of War live service game right now. No one's saying that. Yeah, no, that's what I mean, Fox. I know they were shut down by Sony, but that's what I mean, though. Is like, again, they were shut down, though, because of just literally, like, again, you did a great job, but you had one thing that you couldn't do. How many of the other games that they've made have been just great? Like, all the other, like, fucking actual remakes that they've released have been really good, polished games. Awesome. Obviously, they should have just kept on with that. They had one job, but they couldn't even do it. They had one job, which was to make a live service of God of War. Now I don't know if that meant that we were gonna get like a new God of War that would have been a live service, or if it was supposed to be a remake and then made into a live service. That was when I was really confused. I was told by two, like from the different things I was reading, one source kept saying it was supposed to be a brand new IP, but then another source kept saying that they were going to be like rebooting or redoing the whole trilogy, the original trilogy of God of War. And I was like, why would you do that? Like the original trilogy was amazing. Unless you're just remastering it for like, like Dark and I were talking about, like, everything like that for 4K and everything else like that. Fine, cool. Why else do it though? You know what I mean? Like the original God of War games are gold. Like they don't need any fixing. They are perfect the way they are. In fact, I would argue those were some of the best games made for the PlayStation 2 ever. Next to maybe Ratchet and Clank and then the Metal Gear Solid series. Yeah, I see. That's what I mean. Why remake it though? Like, do we really need a remake of the God of War trilogy? No. Like a remaster, sure. A remake? No. Ooh, that was a lot of smoke out my nose, out of one nostril. Burned a little bit. Woke me up a bit more though. Damn. My pectoral? Ah, man. I'm telling you, man. That is some really good quality pipe tobacco right there. If anybody is ever interested in pipe smoking, I highly recommend you check out like some Lane Limited 1Q, uh, Peterson's Connoisseur's Choice, Autumn Evening by Cornell and Deal, or even just classic Prince Albert, right? As a first time smoking tobacco, and then on top of that, I highly recommend to get yourself a decent size like little Zulu billiard, something like this that only costs around like $60. You don't need to break the bank buying a pipe. You know, are there pipes out there that are $3,000, $5,000? Yes, there are. You don't need to buy those. You don't need to buy them. No one needs to really buy those unless you're a collector. Really, sorry to say that. Like, do I understand the value of some of those pipes? Yes, I really do. But I still ain't paying that fucking price. Just saying. I will never pay that type of price for a pipe. I'm sorry. The max I would probably pay would be $300, and it would only be if it was a giant chunk of meerschaum, or if it was like a Sarah Jacopo, maybe a Costello or a Dunhill, and it would have to be like a birthday pipe, in the sense that it was made in the birth year of myself. Like, so it would have to be like a '92, and I don't really think there is that many of those types of pipes from that year at least. It really wasn't until around, I want to say, 2010 that pipe smoking really started to make a comeback. All of a sudden, um, along even with cigar smoking, but pipe smoking is really, I've noticed, like a lot more predominant than cigar smoking. And let me put it this way, right? There's definitely more cigar smokers in general that you would run into, but for content creation, I've noticed way, way more pipe smoking content. Don't get me wrong. There's still lots of cigar smoking content out there, but ideally, like, you have the people of the cigar community that try to throw in their hat to stuff that just never compare to the guys that like at Holtz or Cigar Daily, all those guys like that. Those guys, I would rather, like, even smoking pipes. They talk about cigars as well. Things, people like that caliber. I'd rather listen to than Joe Schmo. Now, when it comes to pipe tobacco, everybody's got great advice because it's not just you got to work in the industry to really know your thing. And I feel like with cigars, you really got to work the industry to know your shit, because there's always that whole like, oh yeah, this is a great cigar, blah 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 blah, and like every YouTuber might be promoting it. And in reality, it's a trash fucking cigar, but because maybe so and so got paid a shit ton of money and they built up so much hype around it that they were able to keep that going, and now everybody thinks that a shitty cigar is a good one. Cohiba, sorry, just saying. Just point that one out. Like, some of the best cigars I've ever smoked were all my father's. Some of the best. Right? Now, again, that doesn't say like Apollo State cigars aren't great. I love those. The Zarahemla, the Deseret. I love Foundation. Um, I love their either between their their classic Charter Oak ones or their the Wise Man Coho ones, so forth, so on. So okay, and also by the way, after rereading that part of that there, Fox, yeah, that would be fine. If they could just do that, that's great. Okay. So that's not for me. That's not a remake, really. That's a remaster, and I'm cool with the remaster of the original, three games. I think that would be great to see that, and I would totally buy it for my PlayStation 5. I totally would. I would love to replay the God of War series, and I would totally do all that shit on stream. I fucking love those games. They're so much fun to play. But I also don't want to be wokeified. Like, there's a lot of titties in that game. There's a lot of, like, misogyny in that game. You keep it in there. It's meant to be that way. Okay? It is meant to be a dude game about tits and action. That is what God of War is about. Please do not change it. It's only gonna be $30 when it comes. Okay, all right. I dropped $30 on that. But you know what I mean? Like, the games do not need to be changed. You don't need to wokeify them. We'll definitely see that in there. Okay, and these two counts that are on Rumble, I just realized that like these guys look like fucking bot accounts, like they're fake. Close out that one. I was looking at those two accounts that had followed me over on Rumble and then posted the fucking Andromeda Spotify thing. Both the accounts look like fake. Yeah, no, that one. And honestly, though, I don't know how. There's only 90. Like the only thing I guess it would be on there would be like that it was, I guess, like they verify their email or maybe something like that. But I don't know, man. It's so easy to get that verified thing next to your name. That means nothing. Like I think I had that next time, don't I? Yeah. Oh, that's not even a verified thing. That's a premium thing. So if you click it, it goes right to the premium thing. So a lot of those people that have like 10 followers that got verified, by the way, some of those may have actually had other followers and then got in and then they all left them and like purged them, or they know somebody at Kick and they did like they more or less were like, hey, if I come over, will you get my channel verified when I come over? And they say yes. And that is something I think that does need to be fixed. I don't know if Eddie knows about that because I think that's something that's going on underneath his nose. That I think that really could affect the site in a really negative light. Because you have people like Andrew Santa Maria doing shit like that. He go to some girl stream, see him doing whatever, and be like, "Oh, you want to become verified on Kick?" And they'd be like, "What the fuck is Kick?" And literally back in the early days, they'd be like, "What the fuck is Kick?" And most people never even heard about it. He had to bribe them to come over. And what kills me is he did this with so many people's channels that brought no one to Kick. They also might be people who are gambling too. Maybe they have a way of doing that. I don't know. But I do know that apparently Kick is having some issues with some lawsuits right now, and I do wonder what's going to happen. I'm hoping that it it will get taken care of. I honestly just feel like it's kind of dumb that they're just now being sued like, for what it is, because I feel like if it was really that big of a deal, that these lawsuits should have came out sooner versus later. Because even like the stuff that the lawyers have presented, even Kick's lawyers have been like, we can easily prove this, and this, and they're like, oh well, uh, they'll go after Kick for another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? Like, that doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense that you want to do it now when you could have easily done that way sooner. Like, ideally, if this was really that important to them, they could have done this so much sooner, but yet all of a sudden now they want to do it. Yeah, it just feels kind of performative to me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we got to make people think that we actually do our jobs. So now we'll investigate Kick about this thing, and it's like, okay, but wouldn't this have been something that was like really bad that you would have wanted to deal with like early on? Because one of the other things too is like, one of the lawsuits literally is using something like from a like literally like I think they said like 6 seconds from a 6 hour stream or like 10 minutes of it, and they're like, oh yeah, but we got enough data from it within that time frame, and it's like, but did you though? Because that doesn't always speak true. Okay, clean up the Zulu there. All right. So that, by the way, chat, is how I keep the pipe dry and clean. Now all it is just hot. So we set it there. We let it air dry now, and it'll air dry by the time it's good to go. I can grab it up if I wanted to and load another bowl in it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually close this guy up, Dracula. Oh yeah, we'll use some Meerschaum next. If I'm gonna load a bowl, load some more of my Smoker's Pride Vanilla Cavendish. What I do, till then, it's there. Got a Dapsky off this guy. All right, boom. Load up the dab. Oh, it's not like that somebody wins 10 million kicks. It's that they're picking when they haven't picked the winners yet. It even says it takes 24 to 48 hours for them to pick it. There'll be 1,000 winners that they pick. Yeah, so it's 1,000 winners will be picked. Out of those 1,000 winners will be given out of 10 million kicks, which is, excuse me, not bad at all. Because each entry was only like $100. If you actually looked at it, they said that each of those entries was 10,000 kicks that you would win. You go look up the transaction cost. What is 10,000 kicks worth? About $100. So technically, they could easily get a lot of people. Like they could have even done more than just 1,000, but we're doing it at 100. So yeah, I think I did three. I was trying to do four. I think I did only three though, as well. So, but hey, even if I can get like, even if I was to make somehow like 100 or $200, that helps me with rent. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome. That's a great way to help out. And like they said, they're gonna be doing even more of these too. Like most people forget that even before Stake really like got to the point with Kick, they were already making $4.1 billion annually. Not many online casinos can make that much money annually and then still have something like Kick going on. Oh shit! Wait. Did you just redeem that, by the way, Fox? Because I just saw that thing up on my activity feed. Okay, good. Here, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss that from earlier. I would have felt bad there. All right, good at 515. So let me check my camera's battery level at 79%. Okay. I do like that I can use that to check on the camera feed, uh, for how long for how the battery's doing and everything. Cheers, everybody. Whew. Whew. The cats are just being lazy. Let's say, where are the cats at? I think sleeping. Yeah, they're all sleeping. All being little lazy shits. Whew. I got one in the cat tower, and I think the other two are out there in the living room.
I got one.
Oh, the other one went to the cat tower then? No? No, you got more than one out there. No, Bubba just came back in. Hi, Bubba. What's up, buddy? Ugh, gross. Ugh. Like, really hit the rim of the fucking garbage can. Ugh. Oh yeah, her little cat VTuber thing. I know Jackie does it sometimes, and then sometimes she just does like her actual cam. I think she said she does it like the cat thing when she was like just not like just not feeling like being on cam and stuff like that. Which that's fair. That's totally fair. I do get that. That's kind of like the one thing I did like about with shooting on the PlayStation was that I didn't have to worry about setting up the camera, anything like that. It was just go live, pull up your YouTube chat on my phone, even though it was on the screen. This way, if like a message came up and I didn't read all of it before it disappeared, I could easily look at my my screen and everything like that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So that was cool. I do wish though that the PlayStation could just let me plug in my little webcam and boom, we'd be good to go. That'd be awesome. Um, Whatever though on that, that's not a big deal. Um, Also, 8 o'clock today in the morning, there will be an upload. I meant to have it be on the same time on Rumble. I may have fucked up and accidentally posted it like that because I went to go edit the video's like thumbnail and then I realized I couldn't. And then when I went down to click save, I clicked publish by accident. And I was like, oh, fuck. So then I went to like unpublish the video. Then I realized I would have just had to delete the video and then re-upload. I was like, no, no. I was like, all right. I literally was so defeated at that point. I was just like, leave it. I will fucking deal with that next time. I was like, I'll make sure not to do that. I was like, next time I will make sure to actually wait for everything to upload so I can actually, like in process so I can do the auto generate for the AI thing for the thumbnail, where it auto picks one for the through there what they think is the best. Um, and then yeah, so I have it on YouTube that was scheduled for 8 o'clock today, which was what it was supposed to be. Um, on Rumble as well, but it's technically already up on Rumble. Actually, let me check on here real quick. How's that video done? Also, yeah, I do also have my Rumble wallet actually going now as well, and I have that set for tipping and everything like that as well. So if you guys want to do any of that type of stuff, you guys are all able to. It is actually really nice the way it's all set up through there, so you can actually use crypto, everything like that. It's all protected. I highly actually recommend checking out Rumble Wallet because one of the biggest things that I think is the biggest important part of it, right, is that not even Rumble themselves can touch your money in there. Okay, so let's say you have an issue, kind of like what happened with Tyler Oliveira that went on with YouTube. They wouldn't be allowed to touch his money on Rumble. So, I know that's something that he, what you call it, you know, has that kind of, I would say, how do I want to put this? When I think of it, okay, I guess I can put it this way, right? So the way it works, right, with the bullcrap that happened with Tyler Oliveira, you have a person who literally had their Patreon just be completely locked and completely gotten rid of pretty much all the money they had made in there. Just gone, effectively, right? So, with that being the case, and that being a very common thing that's happening a lot lately, this is a great way for you to be able to keep your money and that your money be yours. So, that is a really big thing right there. Okay, so I was also looking at the creator program thing. So we are going to need to do 5 exclusive hours streamed to Rumble Premium. That'll be easy to pretty much just do like an hour a day for 5 days. We'll make that like 5 days every month. We will do 5 hour or a total of 1 hour stream of it will be dedicated to Rumble Premium. Um, I might even just to do that too. I might just start up a stream on Rumble and everything like that, and then do Rumble Premium. a section of it for an hour to start off the stream, and then start up all the other ones and do it that way. So that way they'll be happy with that. Um, we had to get 200 watch hours in a month. I had to stream at least 30 hours. That won't be that hard. Getting 20 unique chatters. And so each user is only counted once. And then I had to do 5 raids. The number of live streams you've raided this month, only one raid per stream is counted. So, and then if I was to do 30 shorts, which is optional, we get bonus payouts based on performance. So, that is definitely context. Something we'll be working on definitely a lot. So, well, and that's why I'm kind of hoping that this will be a little bit easier to achieve over here on Rumble this time. I will be promoting, excuse me, some more stuff too about it. Um, like I would like to try to get, which would call it at least I'd say if I can at least try to hit, especially like the 20 chatters, that's the biggest thing, right? Because getting 20 chatters would probably equal out to the 200 hours in a month. Because it's only 200 hours. That's really not that many hours if you think about it. Because if you get enough people to make 3 days worth of watch hours within like a few weeks, then that's 72 hours right there. So all you got to do is try to make that happen a few times. Um, and I'm pretty sure that can easily happen too. So hours watched may take up to 24 hours to fully process. So yeah, there's also that too. It does say it may take up to 24 hours to fully process. So that's why I think that will be a much easier feat. Just like over on Blaze, the way it's set up to for they call it, what is this, verified, I think, over here. Yeah, so Blaze verified, you have to have 20 followers, stream for 10 hours, and then have an active of 10 subscribers. So yeah, and then the Blaze affiliate. So both of them, you have to be at least 30 days on the site. And then Unique Chatters has to be 50, 30 hours streamed, and 20 active subscribers. Let's see here. We got total of 7 followers. Yeah, verifies for yeah. That's what I was just seeing over there. I was just kind of looking at that, seeing what the requirements were. Also, I do notice too that there is a which seems to be a fairly decently small community. It seems like that it does seem like there's actually quite a few. Uh, I would say like actual active like gaming channels too. Uh, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we got like 5 new followers just from this stream alone. I mean, we're up to 1 viewer right now on this one right now, which is cool. I mean, again, very surprised we even have viewers even right now on Blaze. That's awesome. I'm glad to see like it's actually got a pretty like I said, a pretty active little community there too. Yeah, the 10 active subs, honestly, that's gonna be the bigger thing. Like that'd be great if we could, but I just it's not something that I'm constantly promoting, you know what I mean? I don't think it's something that you should promote. It's a weird thing to sit there and be like, you guys should be subscribing to the channel. It's like not unless you're providing good quality content. Otherwise, like, why the fuck would anybody want to sub your channel at that point? It's kind of like it's gotta be worth it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. However, though, it has been a few hours. It is what you call it. Yeah, real quick. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that they get access to early brand deals and stuff like that. Kind of like ideally, which is supposed to be available for Flashy once Flashy gets up and running. Which by the way, to make this clear, I do want to say this. I know it's probably not something that I'm supposed to say, but I think you guys can pretty much gather it. Okay. If you have wondered why Flashy has not released yet, I ask you to think what might be going on in the world right now that maybe causes that. So, until it's over, I don't think we're going to see it launch until then. But once it does, I'm excited. And I think it's going to be a great actual fresh start, just like, doing this even with the Blaze and everything like that. Has kind of felt like a nice little one as well. So that's a big thing too. But yeah, no, we've been streaming for about 3 hours though. Let me see here real quick. Okay. So I don't really have anybody to host out to because I really don't have enough people to really host um, at this point. So what I will do is just gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna go play a little Cyberpunk, kind of veg out for a little bit, probably smoke another pipe bowl or two, and then get ready for bed. So I will see you guys back here later on. Like I said, 8 o'clock this morning. By the way, there will be a premiere on YouTube for the video. Let me drop you guys a link really quick in the chats. This way you guys have that really fast because yeah, it will be live at 8 o'clock this morning. So if you guys are wanting to check it out at all, by all means, definitely come and pop in on the drop of the video once it goes live. So I will definitely be excited for that. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the video as well. Post that there. And post that there. Cameron. Waiting for my Mac, but okay, there we go. All right. And that's going to be 8 a.m. Pacific time. So I do highly recommend that you just convert the time over for you. Obviously, Fox, you don't have to worry about that. That same time zone for you, brother. So that's the big benefit right there. Otherwise, though, everybody else, though, uh, Eastern time, it'll be closer to 11 o'clock a.m. your guys' time, when I will have that video go live up over on YouTube. And I think the nice thing about that pipe video will be hopefully that it'll get actually more, attention over on the YouTube pipe community. And again, I really would love to see more people over on the Rumble side actually doing more with the pipe smoking stuff. And honestly, you know what? That might be what we use to really carve out the niche over here on Rumble and make that, really possible to get those 20 chatters and everything like that. So, but I will see you guys a little bit later on. Much love to everybody. I appreciate everybody for stopping on through here today and all the follows, the love, everything like that across the board. And I will see you guys later on. Deuces, my friends.